Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 6 of the Treasure Rats. I had to open to double check that I was correct with that number. Such a pleasure to be here. It was drastically terrible missing a week last week, but we'll cope. Today I have playing with me Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Felix Nuri today, who is a reborn tiefling draconic soul sorcerer, Pact of the Tarot Master warlock. Soon to be all classes.
I have Joe.
Yes, that's me. I'm Joe, and I'm playing Bellows, who is basically a steam genasi and a barbarian with the Path of the Totem and elemental flavor.
I have Miago.
Hey, I'm playing Arkorivos. Arkorivos is a mind flayer, polymath wizard, artificer.
That he is. And what I don't have is Rico. Rico is currently on holiday in Greece. Weirdly enough, if I went to Greece right now, which is almost due south, it would be colder than it is at home. Yeah, Rico's living up the life in Greece for a couple of weeks, so we've killed off his character and he won't be in the campaign. No. He'll be back next week. I'll be playing him in combat, and out of combat, he will be strangely silent. So, last week we left off in the Hall of the Dwarven Kings in the first level of our dungeon, and it is there that we shall return. We found ourselves in a... down here. In a large, spacious tomb that was home to the Stonehands. The Stonehands, from what you can see, were famous masons, tunnelers, and builders. And the reason why they've been accorded such a place of honour is they tunnelled out this very Hall of Dwarven Kings that you are in. Yeah, I hand over to you guys.
Alright. So, don't have him. Let's see here.
You just have the one way forward, right? This way? Or is there another
yes,
yeah, we
but
came from this way.
You came from the right-hand side, and at the time you were sort of looking around the various tombs and different bits. If you remember that written on the walls were various messages about the inhabitants of these tombs, written in Dwarvish, but a lot of them had sort of either peeled away or the paint had flaked, or different bits of the walls were eroding.
If we're willing to take a little while, I want to ritual cast Kimia's Speak with Objects to talk to Cake-Beard's tomb and just, see what's up with that.
Okay. It sort of eventually sort of rolling responds in a sort of yes.
Good afternoon, I believe, at this juncture.
We do not pay attention to the passing of the sun.
This would make sense, I imagine, as I think you have likely never seen it, or not for eons. I was wondering if you could tell me about this Cake-Beard. It is an intriguing name that I want an enormous and inordinate amount of detail about.
I can tell you little of the ashes and dust remaining inside me, but I do remember what they wrote upon the walls of his tomb back when he was interred.
That would be incredibly useful.
And so he will sort of restore an image of Cake-Beard to you. Cake-Beard Stonehand was the inventor of the mead cake. In a world of dwarven delicacy and bearded bakers, truly Cake-Beard stood taller than most. He was 5'4". He also stood wider than most, and quite often louder than most. Unlike his father, his father's father, his father's father's father, and his father's 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 father, before him, Cake-Beard did not a mason or tunneler become. Nay, he did not. Nay, Cake-Beard, whose original name was lost before it was ever truly found, wanted to be a bakery. Wanted to be a baker, not a bakery. Key distinction there. Not one for frilly
You get that kind of
frippery.
confusion when you talk to objects.
It's true. Not one for frilly frippery, intricate icing, and the delicate delicacies of the delicatessen. Cake-Beard wanted to bake strong, hairy-chested cakes that would shout at you as they came out the oven. So that's what he did, and by golly gosh and good Gandalf the Great did it work out. Cake-Beard combined mead and cake, and his legacy was sold. Father of four, Ivan, his male heir, who was conceived before the mead cake era and subsequently disappointed his father at every turn by not becoming a baker, and his three daughters, upon whom it is said Cake-Beard doted on most dutifully, Victoria, Red Velvet, and Eccles. The girls were cake-baking, cake-tasting, cake-making, cake-shaped carriers of the Cake-Beard name, and successfully ran his bakery for 17 whole days, 8 hours and 43 minutes after his death, before spending the money getting sensible dwarven husbands and becoming forgotten to the passing of time. Below is a list of Cake-Beard's great deeds before his death. He created the mead cake. And so Cake-Beard's legacy. You may, at this point, if you wish, use some form of clever system to inscribe this upon a piece of paper, so it may be preserved forevermore in your your piles of useless loot that you might walk out of here with.
Perfect. It's all in the Google Doc.
Great. Other than this, there is little of interest in the tomb unless you wish to hear of all the many Stonehands who basically tunneled. And what you will notice about these etchings is it is a list of the different places they tunneled. The problem is that they were in old world geography, so they are completely useless to you nowadays. But, you know, hey, at least we can find out that Ivan Stoneshaper shaped 14 tunnels, one of which was 37 feet in length.
More than I could do. Alright.
He had 300 years.
Well, given 300 years, perhaps. But, yes. Oh, this was delightful. What a treasure we have found in this place. Certainly no golden axe and all, but intriguing.
Of golden axes my bricks do know. They are stored in the caverns below. So we'll tell you
Cavern
the
below,
tomb.
you say?
Yes, the fancy bricks got to go down to the lower levels. There they interred the weapons.
The fancy bricks, I'll say... Do they treat you well? Is there a hierarchy socially amongst the bricks?
He won't even answer that question. I can't answer that question. But he will tell you that sort of these were the early tombs, you know, before the rest of the caverns had been excavated. He's been here gathering the dust of Cake-Beard Stonehand for far longer than the rest.
So, it is deeper still. It's a cavern just
Much
below.
deeper, 5 or 6 levels, I believe.
Excellent.
A few days in Mecania, we have managed to avoid my family, and yet we still come away with you talking to stones.
I apologize, I did not know it was a point of contention, but I will try to keep it to a minimum.
Let's keep at it.
Indeed, indeed. What did our... Lost their name. Where's our buddy?
Oh, Karnik?
Karnik, there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope you haven't lost his name. Have you lost his sheet? You are playing him, correct?
Yeah, no, his sheet's
Great.
there, it just doesn't have a name anymore.
Oh, it doesn't? Right,
It just says sidekick.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Sidekick, medium humanoid. So yeah, there just isn't the like bold white letters that like my other summoned creatures have. He just has no name.
Who knows? It's the transition thing, I think.
Ooh, I can give him a name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember it when I look at it.
But we do have... He does have a token, right? That is controllable. Yes. Okay, cool. Regardless, the door ahead seems to be a little rusted, but a good kick would open it.
Right. Well, actually, just for funsies, is Bellows kind of going for the door first?
It's over
Or
here
should we
to
set
to our left. Is that what
Yes,
we're talking about?
yes.
In the little... Okay, I wasn't sure
Yeah.
because I think we also did not finish going down the corridor outside. Is that
Yeah.
right?
No, you didn't.
A little bit
Yeah, okay.
over here, I think. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Been too long. Yeah, with the voice of God suggesting kicking doors, I mean, Bellows hears that loud and clear. But if you have something else to get in the way with, you can certainly do that.
No, I'm just going to. He's going to wiggle his face tentacles and cast Enhance Weapon cantrip. You target an ally's weapon with elemental magic. Choose a damage type from fire, cold, lightning, poison. We're going to go, and acid. We're going to go lightning just for fun. The next time the target hits with a weapon, it deals an additional 1d6 damage of the element of your choice. So the next time Bellows hits someone with his wrench, he will deal an extra d6 damage of lightning.
Have I put a duration on that?
Not at all. Well, it says instantaneous.
Yes,
which means that it happens, and then it's the next time he hits. But I figure I wasn't gonna try to cast it 6 times for everyone in the party.
No, just to let you know, it's meant to last a minute.
Okay, minute's good.
But we'll assume that you just keep replenishing it every minute until we get to a combat. Because it's really taking you not a huge amount of effort. Cool. So the door comes down at Bellows' left foot. Yeah. And you find yourself again in these long corridors. As you're wandering down these corridors, these murals tell of a different family. And indeed, this family are of somewhat interest. Bear with me a second while I pull up this bit of information. They are the Free Roarers. From what you can see, they sort of paved the way to the dwarves owning this particular bit of land. And there are many, many depictions of them in battle. That's all. Yep. As you get there, you see straight ahead of you a door which you can open. But the door is already open, isn't it? You see ahead of you that you have been here before. This is where you pull various handles. But you have not been down and left.
Alright, do we check that left deal, or do we double back to this little right portion?
We're already here. This will be faster.
True enough.
Okay. Indeed, Bellows, another door that you are able to kick. And quite swiftly you will see this is the Free Roarers' tombs. There is in here 6 different moles. Each one of them is simply iron wrought. Well, they seem to have had at least some sort of temperance in that they are not rusting. And they are preserved pretty well, but other than that, they don't seem to be magical in any nature, and they are blooming heavy. Other than that, you see 4 different exits to this room. Obviously, the one to the right is the one most likely to lead you back to where you sort of were moving round. Yeah, I think well, it's up to you.
Fine with Bellows taking the lead, telling us where to go.
Well then, he is going to go to the closest door to where he came in.
Okay. So as you creak open this is a wooden door that is almost entirely worn away. You'll immediately see on the walls a little bit of very, very old mural. You can't make out much of what is on the wall here, but you think you make out the name Abdar or Adbar. Arkorivos, you may give me a history check.
Let's see if we can get down. Oh, there we go. Natural 20 for a 25.
Yes, you remember that the Adbars were particularly notable as a tragedy in Dwarven history. And so they are written of in many different Dwarven songs and stories. Have I lost the cameras? Shit. Yeah, there we go. Got them back. You'll remember them in various different sort of Dwarven dirges and old songs. The Adbars were a great royal family who had many citadels. Until unfortunately they were almost all taken over by orcs back in the day, leaving only one small family of Adbars to come here, and each of their urns is buried in the room ahead of you, Bellows. Very carefully, and you'll see the names are written very sort of intricately and a couple of them are wrought in gold. Were you to be thieves, you could potentially scrape 100 odd gold from walls here, but I don't think that's your style, most likely. But it is possible.
With Karnak watching us too.
Yes, I think he'd be a bit like, what the fuck? But he will sort of morosely run his finger along different names. And the Adbars, what a wondrous family of old. Without them, nothing came onwards.
Oh. Yes, I have read a good bit about them. They were very productive, even amongst dwarves.
They were, and great men. In all fairness, that door in front of you, I don't think you can. There is a blockage, is there? You can see straight through. Is that correct? Well, yep, great. Yeah, cool. As you look in, you will all have immediately seen this from a distance. Each one of these tombs has a sort of anvil on top of it. These are the Iron Forge family. And Karnak is immediately quite excited and will sort of run up and look at the chest. And the Iron Forges were amazing blacksmiths. There are sure to be wonders, immeasurable treasure here. We should make sure it is not left to rot any longer.
Buried tools exist to be used, not to be buried beneath the earth.
Yeah, let me just open Elmore's character sheet. Come along. Come along. Load, please.
Is he gonna lockpick it?
He's going to attempt an investigation check first. Unless anybody else wants to investigate it to see if it might have scary shit on it.
Yeah, I'm good with investigation. I'll give it an investigation.
Yeah, cool. That'd be helpful. Arconovos, you may warn or whatever his name is, immediately that there is some sort of poison dart rigged to shoot. Yeah.
Yes. There is a poison dart, so I believe with your physiology, and I'll just poke his bone, this is less of a concern for you than most.
True, actually, he is indeed immune to poison damage. So he'll just go ahead and
white berth.
He'll just go ahead and unlock it. Sorry, I've really confused things there by putting him on top of Karnak, haven't I?
I'm gonna give him guidance.
Okay.
As my deck pulsates with magic.
And with that, he will get a 15. And with a 15, the chest pops open nicely. And you'll see a few things in here. First of all, probably of most interest to Bellows, are an adamantine bolt and scrap that could potentially be used in smithing wondrous weapons and armor later on down the line. But you will also find a manual of smithing techniques. This is sort of old smithing techniques that could potentially be utilized in modern day smithing to allow for sort of more expertise weapons to be made. I would read you this, but we'd be here a long, long time.
That's fine.
I'm sure at some point Miyago can go through it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly how Bellows feels about it. This could be very useful, but I don't want to read it right now.
Yeah. When we're on the airship flying around, I'll flip through a book.
Yeah, and Miyago can tell me that I've got all my blacksmithing knowledge wrong. Nevertheless, I'll blame Google. But yes, once you've got that all gone, unfortunately there are no other sort of excitingly smithed things in here. But you will notice that even the chest itself and the tombs are very well wrought. 'Tis worth mentioning that the door up the top right, we might as well just open. You know that leads back to the area you were in before with all the lightning. Yep. And give me a survival check, whoever's good at that shit.
I'm decent.
Yeah.
I have a +3.
5.
Yeah, go ahead, Bellows.
Good.
Whilst you're quite good at running around in circles, you know when you're running around in circles.
Yeah, 17.
Yep, you would be able to establish that if there is something down and right, so directly down from in terms of the exit, that it is either very small or it leads back to where you were before. Potentially could be worth just checking that out to make sure that you haven't missed anything. But apart
We've
from
been
that,
all around this space. Why don't we see if there's anything special hidden inside?
Great.
yeah, I need to open the door, don't I? That would be nice. Boop. Okay. And as you look down here, this appears to be a relatively small tomb dedicated to a singular person who could potentially be of interest or importance. And when you get down here, well, indeed, you will see upon the wall a golden and wooden axe, intricately designed and scrawled upon. This is the axe that you came looking for. This belongs to the great Narus Steelhand. Narus Steelhand is the grandfather of Yargut Steelhand. And you have a wooden replica of this weapon, so you would easily have recognized it immediately. You may swap the wood and the real if you wish. Yes, that is sort of effectively Yargut's mission complete. It's not often that I'll remind you to go to a certain room, but this is quite a small one, and if we had have missed it, it would have been a complete fucking bugger. So we'll just make sure we visited that one. But obviously there's plenty more Dwarven tomb to explore. It is worth mentioning as well, in the mural upon the wall, you will see that Yargut was sort of beloved of the dwarves and very special, and there's a reason why his tomb is here, whereas his family's is not. And that is that during the building of this tomb, a large troop of unruly beasts attempted to make their way in, and Yargut held the doorway on his own for a day before other troops were able to get to him. He did indeed, Hodor. And so, because of that, he saved many sort of mining and tunneling groups from certain death, and is therefore honoured in this place.
Very nice.
Other than that, there's fuck all of interest.
Well, it's all just fun from here.
Yes, might as well see if there's other treasure to be had and goods that we can do. And,
Karnak will turn to you and, I want to touch the tomb of Bruenord Battlehammer if I can.
yes, shall we continue and see if we can find this tomb then?
It'll be at the bottom.
And we had not found stairs further down yet on this level?
You did indeed find stairs
Okay.
right up, very top right, I believe.
Okay, that's what I kind of thought. Maybe I couldn't remember if that was the previous level.
Nope, that is this level. But considering you'd seen almost none of the level,
Right.
you,
Like the second thing we
yes.
found.
yeah, you went round.
Well, if we think this Bruenor is downstairs, we could head straight there or just keep looking around. I don't know what anyone else to do.
Well, true enough. This axe was also amongst just kind of a small side room, so perhaps checking all the side rooms is beneficial as well.
Fair enough. Let's check this one.
Excellent.
Yes, I think that attitude could probably be taken with a lot of these doors. So, Kaput, you can come into here and see that this is a small tomb dedicated to a specific gentleman of the Ironforge dynasty. Bear with me a second, I can't wait till you guys get this handout and then I can stop having to open it and scroll. You can just leave it open. This is... I don't know. He had a name, and then I lost him. There he is! This is Clyde Ironforge's tomb. Clyde Ironforge was the first man to make mithril rings into a suit of armour. He was a dwarf, not a man. I think that's fair to say, but... yeah. And there is a small chest there, and whilst it does appear to be locked, it does not appear to be trapped, according to our little friend Elwell. And thus, if you wish, you may just pop it open.
Alright.
And inside you will find 2 scraps of mithril, 6 steel bars, and an ancient blacksmith's tool set made of mithril, which is required for working certain dwarven pieces. I'll leave that on the screen for a minute.
There we go. Yep. Alright.
The 2 beautifully wrought iron doors can both be opened fairly easily, so I've just removed them. And both lead into what appear to be long, narrow corridors.
I look forward to building up enough heat to work this stuff.
We are finding many tools and materials. Should be fun.
These corridors appear to be full of old murals of the various things forged by the Ironforge family. You can go up and down that path as many times as you like, but it is most definitely just a circle. That's a sort of... I was going to call it a back alley. Let's not call it that. That's a side passage designed only for holding cremated ashes. Okay. Looking down this long corridor, the family name changes, and indeed this is the Woldforge family, who are within all of these paths. The Woldforges, Karnik will inform you, made great sort of large machines, as opposed to small sort of swords and axes and hammers. They made lots of big clever things. And yeah.
Excellent.
Just here is a very well wrought iron door that Karnik will be very excited to open for you. And so he shall. I'm really sorry, just give me a second. I've left L somewhere. Oh, there we go. Keep forgetting I've got to move him. Inside here is Fikagan Woldforge, who made the special doors that open only to other dwarves, that are said to resist any sort of attempt to knock them down. He didn't invent the magic. That was an elven gift, but he did invent the type of way that the doors interlocked and allowed them to resist almost any attempt to penetrate them. In here, you find what looks like it was once an incredibly ornate and beautiful hammer. Unfortunately, it is now sitting in 3 separate pieces and seems to have rusted beyond any sort of existence.
Alright. So weird. Sad hammer.
Yes, it is a very sad hammer.
I guess not every small room can have big treasure.
No, but a high enough success rate to make it at least worth poking our heads in for a moment.
If you just want to stop there, Bellows, and give me a perception check.
Sure. It's gonna be pretty good. 22.
You hear a nasty squawking from behind the door that you recognise to be the noise of those Corby bastards that were hidden on pillars before.
So this is a door. Okay, so I wasn't sure if that was a door because I had
Oh,
to
yes,
step
yes,
forward.
sorry.
Light will let me see. There's more of those damn birds behind here. Do we want to chance it? I don't mind, but
They were simple enough to defeat.
it's hard for me to remember that I shouldn't feel bad about it because we talked about this before. Like, it seemed like I was just smashing horrible baby birds, like that were like,
No, 5 foot tall.
they were evil. Yeah.
Very large.
All right then.
Like an ostrich that's mean.
Set my spanner a sparking, would you?
Indeed. I'll give my tentacles a wiggle and give him a little bit of lightning damage on his first shot.
And then if you want to roll initiative on your way through the door, given Bellows' kind of volume in general. You can assume that they'll be as ready as you are. And somehow I rolled L's initiative without rolling L's initiative. I don't know how I did that.
Curious.
Oh well, it was better originally. I've got a 15, a 23, and a 20, is that correct?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Cool. Bellows, you may blast down the door, and indeed in front of you, you will see a Corby. I have to do the dynamic lighting-y thingy, what's it, don't I? Let's do that. And that. So that you can see those on top of the pillars. In you charge.
Yeah. And I'm going to go, let's see. I'm just going to go here and whack this far one.
Yep. Go ahead.
Not
sorry.
recklessly.
Music not working.
Oh, although I wish I had.
Should we try
That's
again?
gonna be... It's gonna be a 12.
A 12 will hit. Sorry, a 12 will miss. I can't read. Haha. Yes. Does that conclude your turn?
I believe it does, yes. Oh, no, I can still, having passed that first one and left it for somebody else, I will sort of yell at it from behind and try to distract it to help someone attack that first.
Okay. It is a little surprised and loses its footing a little bit. But it will attempt to attack you as it reaches out with its claw. That is an 11 to hit.
Too bad. Doesn't hit.
And a dirty 20.
Obviously that does.
That is 7 slashing damage, I'm afraid, Bellows. Felix, you are up.
Okay, I'll stay here. And I'll fire a fiery Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okay. First one will be at... Is it the first one, Joe, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, first one at advantage.
Attack it.
Advantage, okay. That's an 18.
That'll hit.
Ooh, that's 6 fire damage.
Okay.
And I'll just stand here hoping that they don't notice me.
Okay. Our friend over here will leap down towards Bellows and make 2 attacks. That is a dirty 20. And a natural 1. So the dirty 20 will hit, dealing another 7 slashing damage. How rude of them. Arcorivos, you're up. I'm really sorry, Joe. You missed. Yes, never mind. That's what happened to the lightning damage. Cool. Arcorivos, carry on.
Alright, well, I'm going to start moving so I can figure out what's going on. I'll get to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just going to end up right there, so I'm in the room. And being that I'm within melee range, we're going to go with the face tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to try to make an attack disadvantage. AC 18?
Yep.
Alright. Let's give him 8 psychic damage as I rub him down with my face tentacles.
Okay, and you will strike him senseless upon the ground.
Alright. And, I'll take a little bird brain snack. I'll just grab on, take the brain. As my tentacles burrow through his flesh softened by the enzymes.
Mm-hmm. And that leads us to Karnik.
Yep. He's going to roll on in. Let me get to his character sheet here real quick. Alright. Oh. Get out of the way. D&D Beyond. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I'll throw a great axe attack here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. AC 18. 16
that'll hit.
slash
Oh,
damage.
goodness me. Okay. We did nerf his damage, honest. It's max damage, isn't it?
12 plus 4, yeah.
Yeah.
So just-
Cool. Yep, he renders that one senseless and knocks him to the ground.
Alright. I still got a touch of movement, so I can take another 5 feet and throw another great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he rolled a 20.
Yeah, that'll do. We did nerf him, honest.
There we go. I just happened to roll really well that round.
Yeah, and with that, the room is cleared, and you are able to sort of get yourselves a moment's breather.
Brilliantly done, Karnak.
75 experience points each. I think Elle has a way, maybe? Nope. Nope, Elle has no way of assisting. I was going to attempt to heal you, but he can't. He has nada left. So,
It's alright, I'll just limp around.
Oh, I can hear you. What are you at? How much you need?
Well, I'm at, what am I at? What is my total?
he's at half health, roughly, I believe.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, here, we're gonna, since there's no time crunch and I got my
Precisely.
stat modifier, we're gonna go a little slower. Let's give you first level cure wounds. As I just kind of smear a little, dip the tip of my tentacle into my stein, and then rub it on you to recover minimum 6 hit points, and then we'll do one more. Oh, for almost minimum at 7. Rolled a 1 and a 2 on my die. It's
Lovely.
I appreciate it, Akko.
very welcome.
Hanging upon the wall here, it looks like a chest, but it's not a chest. It's just a reminder that there is loot. Hanging upon the wall here is a gleaming set of ring mail. It is in fact armor of gleaming ring mail. So I think that's a downgrade for most of you, but it is still there if you wish to cart it out. It is rather pretty and well wrought. There's also a small crossbow bolt case in which sit 12 magical crossbow bolts. Corvos, you may arcana check if you wish to see and if you can work out what they are.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
It's pretty obvious, but
13.
yep, they are acid bolts,
Ooh.
and the acid still seems pretty okay.
Very cool. All right. Does anyone own a crossbow? Otherwise, I can catapult them at people and things.
Bellows, did we end up getting a crossbow or a
Well,
pistol?
no. I got this pistol from those bastards from
If
the other
not, it-
airship.
Would it be worthwhile to pick one up next time we are in town?
It's always interesting seeing which way around things happen. Cool. Bellows, you see a clear corridor ahead of you. These areas down here are all sort of individual families. So you'll see sort of 5 or 6 urns together with a little sort of name above. Stop, please. I'm going to just leave you there. As soon as you go here, Bellows, a large net descends from the ceiling and drops upon you. I will take a dex save, please. Although kind of pointless.
That's, let's see here. Gonna be a 21.
Cool. You're able to avoid going prone, and you're left just standing there with a net around you. Those of you who are still standing in the room behind, 2 little bells ring at the top of these 2 pillars. Sort of triggering an alarm, basically, is what Bellows has done. Obviously, the birds would come rushing and attack you in the net if you had have come from the other direction.
I think I might almost have been better off inside the net in that fight.
Well,
I
indeed.
scrabble around, and I do have somewhere a short sword, and I'll start cutting myself out of this net.
Yeah, in all fairness, you can probably just lift it off. It's just dropped, and then, like, because you haven't fallen prone, it hasn't tangled or anything, so you just sort of undrop it.
Sure.
And, yeah.
All right.
Other than that, the corridor seems to be fairly free.
Right.
Now, should we go back and look at that other door? Now that we're winding around so much.
Bellows, take 2 steps.
Does it just loop?
Yeah. You'll be able to see that there is a door here, and when you enter, you'll be able to realize that it is a ring around the roses. Inside here is a beautiful gold ornate flagon upon the wall. It's not actually a flagon, it's a painting of in gold. And these are the gold flagon's tomb. And very beautifully above the tomb at the southmost point where you're seeing a chest, there is actually a tomb. And hanging above this are a very elegant sort of silver and mithril chime, and a large golden brass gong. There is also a corpse leaning upon the tomb. It appears like he was trying to scavenge of some sort and died. He has a coin purse and a potion pouch upon him.
Let's grab those things. Coin pouch and potion.
So you are able to get yourselves 42 gold pieces, a chime of opening. I really cannot work out how to move this to a place you can... There we go! A chime of opening, a war gong, and a potion of acid resistance. And now I've absolutely no idea... Oh no, that didn't work. Can we do... There? Cool. Words. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Words. Yes, 42 gold pieces, a potion of acid resistance, a war gong, and a chime of opening.
Nice.
Yeah, the war gong really is very beautifully made. Other than that, it just makes a nice sound, whereas the chime of opening genuinely is useful. But it is a very nice sound.
Is there any indication what killed this guy?
Yeah, he appears to be dead over 100 years. He is just a skeleton. But he has one hand ever so slightly into the tomb of Master Goldflagon. It would seem that perhaps the dwarves have ways of protecting their tombs.
Right, but not the junk that he had, or whatever. All this other stuff. We didn't have to. I don't know. I was just worried that it was like we were going to be trapped trying to.
No. These two were hanging upon the wall. He was trying to open the tomb itself, which, as thus far, you haven't done at all. We've only looked at stuff upon the tombs.
More of a lesson to take the fast and obvious.
In this instance,
Onward,
I
I
think you're all
suppose.
right. Yeah.
Where have I put him down again? For goodness sake, I will remember him eventually.
No more.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick him in there. Well, to be fair, I don't really need him until we're in combat, do I? This door is sort of... it's weird in that it actually moves up and down like a portcullis. It isn't too heavy. Bellows, you're able to lift it quite easily. Once you're inside, you will see the mechanism that winds it up.
As long as I don't see any birds.
No, you do not. At the end of the path, you see two beautifully ornate statues. Excuse me. Terrible hiccups. Two beautifully ornate statues. Each one of these seems to have a weapon in hand. Arcodivos, from that distance, you may give me a Arcana check.
Alright.
Frogs with weapons, very cute.
15?
Yes, these appear to be enchanted in some way. They appear to have moved not that long ago. With a 15, however, you are unable to work out where the trigger might be. Bellows, you can give me a perception check.
Okay. 6, that was a natural one.
Okay, cool, yeah, something. Maybe triggers these.
So there's something about the statues. There is something that animates. So we should be cautious. But perhaps we just proceed and make sure that we are ready in case something happens. And I'll kind of wiggle my face tentacles and give Bellows an extra die 6 of acid damage. Why not? On his wrench for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's when you pass this corridor.
Let us see. That is how we learn. Through experimentation.
The door is sort of heavy oaken wood. It seems to be preserved quite well with some sort of varnish or lacquer, but it will open fairly easily to your push. Nothing happens. I will, however, take an insight check, probably from L, to be fair. I think he's good at that. Just now that you've passed it. No, he's clueless. None of you have any idea. Yeah, but whatever it is, you didn't manage to trigger them. Cool.
All right.
Do we have a problem not going back and poking around harder?
They did not seem to be guarding any obvious treasure, so unless we just want to destroy them for the sake of destroying them...
Karnak sort of turns to you and... I'd rather not. They're quite well made.
It's kind of...
Perhaps like the net trap if we had have gone the other way.
Yes. So, perhaps we simply luckily avoided whatever triggers it.
Yes, I didn't think about these one-way trap things. If you go the other way, you can just avoid them all. That's very good. But yes, I believe you could work out at this point that up and right, if you want to just pop there, will take you back to a tomb you have already been in. Have we been in there?
Yeah, we've been in here. We haven't gone down.
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine.
There's another void over here.
Again, you can work out that this long corridor is very nice. The iron forges sort of have various different descendants in here, but it's just going to wrap around in a big circle. I think at that point you should be all explored up. Yeah.
It's a little bit down here. Going it that way.
Excuse me. I'm just going to do that. Okay. Yep, ahead of you is an ornate silver and black door with a spider upon it. Painted upon it. Or engraved, I think. Engraved upon it is probably more correct.
Black spider door.
I'm sure it's threatening spiders and inside will be more of those damn birds, but whatever.
You're just going to go ahead and open it. It's just a push.
Try to open it.
Yep, it's just a push. Leads you in. And you see a sort of golden glowing torch at the end of the path. And that's about it. Stop there, please. Click. At this point, I need a dex save from Arkorivos, and Felix, and Bellows.
Alright.
Is Karnak in there as well somewhere?
Yeah, he's underneath me. I'm just
Okay, yeah, him too then, please.
At the same time.
Is this something visible that I get advantage
Yes,
on?
you will see as from both sides of the walls, strong sort of sticky webs shoot out from either side.
16.
Arnak here.
16 is a success. Felix?
I've been webbed.
Lovely. That'll be a nat 1, I assume.
Oh, it's an 11.
Oh, yep. That is a webbed. Karnak also webbed. And Arkorivos, you were over 15, correct? So at this moment, you see that Karnak and Felix are covered in webs. And at the very end wall, you see a pillar of fire shooting out. And it slowly begins to proceed towards you all. 1 point of interest. Can you put Karnak sort of down and left? A marker, if you don't mind. Because the door behind you will close again.
Ah.
That is quite important. Yes. At which point you hear sort of L banging on it from the outside, going, "Are you okay in there?" But you've got bigger issues. The flames begin to move slowly towards you.
Contact him telepathically through the wall and be like, "Likely we are not doing okay."
I will, in the heat of the moment, so to speak, I don't know if it'll work because it may be purely magical flame, but I will attempt to extinguish the nearest cube of the flame with my control flames. It has to be non-magical. So if it's like a device or something, maybe? But...
It is a device, indeed. You are able to extinguish it, but you're going to have to keep doing that over and over again, as it will continue to shoot and move closer towards you.
Right.
So yes, you can most definitely delay it, but you're not sure for how long.
I see, right. The actual area of the flame is expanding. It's not like...
Yes, the area is expanding. It's not a single one, no, indeed.
Right, I thought maybe I could just cut it short and it could pass us or something.
So if you give me a perception check, perhaps you can see how this is working.
Natural 20, 25.
Nice. At the south part of the room, you see loads and loads of tiny tubes. Each one of them is spurting out flames, and they are continuing to light on the way towards you. Karnak is sort of waving his axe around in the web, going, "I'm stuck."
We'll aid you in just a moment. I want to check the door down here. See what's going on.
You push against it, pull it, click it. Give me an investigation check.
Excellent.
I'm gonna conjure flame and set
that'll
the
help.
web around me of flame so I can get out.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Can I assume that you do the same for Karnak?
No.
Okay.
Well, I will have manipulated it to start burning
Great.
his webs.
Okay, so the webs are burnt off, but you do find that both doors are locked. Investigation check, please.
16.
16. Fantastic, yes. There appears to be some kind of passphrase required. Karnak sort of starts screaming at it in... Karnak starts screaming all sorts of random dwarven words at it.
What is the word for a black spider? There was one on the door.
And he screams out with the word for a black widow. And at that point, both doors will open. Flicking hell, that was a bit quicker than I thought it would be. You may open both doors. Elle sort of looks in and, ooh, it's warm in here. And you can proceed downwards before the flames eat you alive.
Let us do that. Get out of here.
These corridors contain more of the unusual sort of 5 or 6 different urns with different family names above them. Bellows, you hear more of that squawking up ahead.
The birds!
Sorry, go on.
No, just that's birds. I hate them.
Oh, okay. Yes, you do recognize that some of this squawking is rather louder and more vicious than the other squawking. You recognize this to be that larger bird you dealt with before.
Ah, nice.
Well,
The little ones and the big one.
yes,
It was quite hard to hit.
it was.
Yes. That is true. But if we really concentrate on it and know that we need to make sure that we are as accurate as possible, I think that it is a thing we can do. Also, and I'm just going to hold up the wand of lightning bolts that I have. Like, if we would like to end it quickly, this will likely do the job unless it is immune to lightning or something.
You may also have noticed, as you walked away, that in fact the entire room is full of flames now in that web room. So going back
So we don't
is
really have
probably
anywhere to go
going
back.
to hurt. Well, you could rush through the flames if you wish. You do have control flames and other such things to enable you to
Well, I
grab
was
your...
going to try to smash the final nozzle, but I thought they shut off when...
Oh, sorry, no.
run
Yeah,
them.
go ahead. Give me a strength check. Let's see if you can actually close that off.
We'll run out of fuel eventually. Or oxygen.
Nope. I was trying to be smart and technical about it, and I needed to be smashier. It's like a 4, something like that. 6 total.
Okay. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the dwarven work was well done. Bellows will inform... sorry, Bellows? Karnak will inform you that they'll probably go off in an hour or so.
Well, if the choice is between fast killing these birds with lightning bolts and waiting an hour for fire, we know which one I choose.
And before we blast down the door with that statement, we're going to take 2 minutes. Because I just need to get drinks.
Alright.
I'd like to close the door after seeing what's behind it.
Yeah, well, you've seen these before. You knew it was coming. Bellows has warned you all. If you'd like to roll initiative, please.
Because the bird looks like not a big bird, though, if you know what I mean. It makes me feel like I'm like one of the bugs in Bug's Life. And you see like a little robin that's like huge.
Cute. Our cats killed a robin yesterday.
No, not
Big
a
sad.
bad accomplishment.
Big sad. How? How have you rolled so badly? Alright, very well.
I thought that's what you told me to do.
Well,
Roll
yes,
worse than
but
initiative, and I'll
not
be safer.
everyone.
I didn't do well either. Yeah.
Well, every single person. The bird's starting with a 12. Right, let's get some... Oh, we still got the trap music on. That's where the noise is coming. I'm so confused. Too many buttons. I have too many buttons.
So many buttons.
Okay, the bird will step forward and release a gas into the corridor as it spews black poison. Bellows, Felix, Argodivos. You will take 6 poison damage. If you are resistant or immune, then obviously reduce appropriately. And from each of you, I will need a Constitution saving throw against the poisoned effect.
12.
Okay, that's a success.
Also 12.
That's a success. Mr. Felix.
17.
Nice. Nobody is affected by this poison. Felix, you're up.
I don't want to be. Because, like, I'm stuck in this corridor.
It's alright. You can lean over Bellow's shoulder.
We'll rush it. You know, grapple it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to spend anything, but I remember it being tricky.
Okay, so you do remember specifically that it was very well armoured. It had high
necessarily
armor.
beefy.
It
Just.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't particularly. It died pretty fast once you got through its armor.
Okay, thanks, Tarot Master, for your guidance. I will.
Well, to be fair, right, okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to hit. But just to be fair, like your character only fought one of these 40 minutes ago. We fought them 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
so
like
that's
2
why
years
I'm
ago.
reminding you. Did you roll to hit?
I did, but I'd like to roll again, please.
No, I'm good.
That's a 10. So.
That'll
Please,
miss.
I rolled again.
Bellows, you didn't roll badly enough. You're up.
Alright. I hate these birds. And Bellows hate these birds. He's got 3 rages. Why not use one once in a while? So I shall clank the brassy boots and enter my fancy rage. And I will run in here.
Okay.
Ah, there's lots of them.
Please describe lots for the benefit of your party.
I know. No, it's just that other one was really close. So that's 5, 15.
How many do you
I
see,
will
Bellows?
Oh, I just see the big one and 2 little ones.
2 little ones, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just so that Arconivos around the corners and going, shit, there's 28 of them! You know?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I will go there. That's 20 feet of movement, and I shall, knowing that it is very difficult to hit, recklessly swing at the big fella here. That's a natural 20.
That'll miss, yeah. Brilliant. Love that. Go ahead, bash his head in.
There we go. So I need that and lots of other things.
Oh, with the lightning and with your charge, that's a pretty big hit, isn't it?
Yeah, so the lightning is active.
Yep. That was exactly...
How much was that?
Arconivos?
I'll get in front of Felix.
No, sorry, Arconivos.
No.
How much is the
what's
lightning damage?
Oh, I'm sorry. Die 6.
Okay. Oh, right. Uh-oh. Actually, 2 of those, because it's...
I looked at the initiative tracker. I'm like, oh, this is better.
No, Joe is looking for
Sorry.
all the dice he can in the world.
I was just playing
By
with
far the
our,
most dice
our
I've ever
treasure
rolled,
sheet.
even
Yeah.
counting spells.
What is it? Is it like a
keeping.
4d8 with a...
It's
46?
2d8 and 66.
Nice.
Yeah.
So effectively
So-
fireball.
Yeah, let's see here. Plus, it'll be my plus, what's my normal bonus? Plus 4. I get 2 more from the rage, I think?
Yep. Correct.
So it's 6.
It's very exciting, isn't it, when you have to do actual math because your damage is good. It's like, yes, I hit properly. If this is a 13, so we are going to be so disappointed.
No, it's 33.
Holy shit and a Jesus.
Nice.
Alright, the creature is severely wounded. But it is not dead from that, amazingly.
I told you I didn't like these things. Someone finish him off.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Arcorivos, you're up.
Alright, I feel like a lightning bolt might be overkill at this juncture. So let's just see about making him make an intelligence saving throw. Or mind sliver.
That's a 2.
Oh, he takes 2 psychic damage.
Oop, not quite dead. He didn't like that though. He sort of waves his head round in panic. It's a D4, correct? To his next saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. Any bonus action from you?
Next saving throw. Yeah, I did psychic damage, so I'm gonna do a little psychometabolic healing.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be my turn. I don't think I'm gonna go any further in. Make room for
Carnic.
our dwarven body. 10, 15, 20, 25, so he can get there.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get his sheet up. I think he's just gonna swing away with his regular with his regular attacks, great axe attacks.
Yep.
So I guess he can hit once. Ooh, AC 17.
Nope.
That was just shy of what it was last time. Oh, and AC 17 again.
Nope.
So, but he's there to draw attention as well. So
Well, I'll be glad to have had a turn this time.
yeah.
He will take a shot at our friend. Nope. And then he'll hide. Good turn, son. Our birds, one will leap down from this angle, one from this angle. As they will attempt to make good friends with Bellows. Oh, I've accidentally missed one.
Because I was reckless.
Yep. They're on it.
They are on it.
Okay, your armor class is 16, correct?
16.
That'll be 3 hits. Just easier in this scenario to do it one by one. To do it all at the same time. That is 4 damage halved to 2 slashing. 8 damage halved to 4 slashing. And 4 damage halved to 2 slashing. For a total of 8 slashing damage. And that leads us to Big Bird. Big Bird will take a swing at Karnik for 23 to hit,
That'll do.
dealing 8 slashing damage. A second hit at him for 13 to hit, which I assume will miss.
That is insufficient. Yeah.
And then he will turn down and attempt to stick his beak through the top of Bellows' head. Unfortunately, that is a 9 to hit, so that will miss. Mr. Felix, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna fire another fiery Eldritch Blast.
Best of luck to you.
16.
That'll miss.
That's my turn.
Cool.
I definitely add stuff to this pile.
Bellows, you are up.
Alright. I don't particularly want every single creature, even at disadvantage, to get opportunity attacks on me. So, I will. Let's see. I'm going to hit the northernmost baby bird.
Yep. Baby bird. The 5-foot blue writhing monster with large wings, otherwise known as
Yes.
baby bird. Yes.
Baby monster. And with it, with all these around me, I'm not recklessing since I'm hitting the one that's a little easier to hit.
Of course.
It better be a lot easier. I don't think it is. 12.
That is exactly what you got last fight and missed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I am going to simply step between them over to here. And
Okay.
Just get slightly farther away from the big guy. Stay right there.
That'll provoke an opportunity attack from big guy at disadvantage.
Yeah, so be it. Yeah, because I didn't break
I have to roll this twice because it's. Let me roll at disadvantage. That's a nat 1. It'll miss.
There you go.
Any bonus action, Joe?
No. I'm good.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you know
go-
what? You're right. I was thinking I didn't use my dashing, so I guess I can help if anybody wants. I will have poked the guy and by leaving, and him provoking that, I'm helping on the big guy.
Okay, cool. Corvus.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw another mind sliver at the thing, so he gets to make an intelligence saving throw.
That's a 10.
Alright, he gets to take 6 psychic damage then.
He gets to die.
Excellent.
He might be 20 armor class, but he is rather stupid.
Then I'm gonna come into the room and kind of get up in this guy's business with my shield at the ready, so that just to take a little heat off of Belos.
Okay.
And that will be my action. Second metabolic surge for a little bonus action, get my 1 missing hit point back.
Yep.
Yeah, that will be me.
Conic.
Karnak will move up. Find his sheet here. He'll attack the one that is between Bellows and I.
Yep.
Why not?
He can go
First.
ahead and take a flanking bonus for that.
Excellent.
Technically, you're flanking too, but you didn't melee attack it, so.
Yeah. Let me see. We'll just do another one to get the flank bonus. Oh, and then he rolled a 20.
Yep. Oh, and that 20 again?
Yep, and that 20.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So for 10 total.
Yeah.
Slash
Okay. It is hurt.
All right, and he'll give it another shot at advantage here. There we go. There we go.
Now,
AC 20 for 5 slashing damage.
Nice. It is brought to its knees with damage.
All right. And that will be his turn.
I'm having real difficulty with the controls here. There we go. That'll bring us to L. L will wander in, draw his pistol, and shoot at the most northern one. Where is the pistol? It's a 25 to hit. That's more like it. Dealing
That'll do.
5 regular damage. And 6 piercing damage from sneaking. He's not very sneaky, but he is very shooty. Cool. That'll lead us to the birds. And they're just going to swing at everything. Oh, never mind. I'm going to refresh my encounter. My bad. Not this problem again. I'll pick up rid of that. 1 at Bellows for a 9 to hit. 1 at Corvus for a 7 to hit. 1 at Karnik for a 9 to hit. And 1 at Karnik for a 13 to hit. What a pile of shit. Felix, you're up. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here, and I'll fire an Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Yep.
It's a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
I'll tell Joe just how close he's been every time.
Oh, fuck you.
Which one are you hitting?
The one that's about to die.
The one closest to you.
Although that one's not an actually is actually a 2, so that's 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage is twice as much as you need. It's dead.
Yay! I contributed.
Does that conclude your turn?
It does.
Okay, Bellows, you're up.
All right. How's this last one looking?
He's had better days. I think he's on fire. His beak is crushed. His shoulders rendered, and he's got a pistol bullet in his left eye socket.
All right, I'll just hit him from here rather than running around in circles to a bit.
Oh, sorry, this one's dead. Yeah.
But I shall do so recklessly.
Do.
Yeah, that's going to be 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Can you do 4 damage for me?
I can do substantially more than that, but yes.
Well, indeed. As you lay them low, I need to consult my bird table. Hold on a second. I love this. When I was doing the list of enemy drops, when we did the table for the birds, Jamal called it a bird table, and it gave me a good chuckle for the rest of the day. You will find yourself an animal eyeball and 2 bird feathers. Animal eyeball and 2 bird feathers. And 500 experience points each. Which may be enough to level you up.
Got 4,685.
Then you are missing some experience, sir.
Am I?
No, I don't think so.
Let's see.
Did you guys take the XP for the quests that I forgot to give you? Yes?
Yes.
That I mentioned? I think I've got you guys at 5,710?
Oh, well, I won't argue with the DM. What was the number again?
Or 5,610 it might be, sorry, hold on. No, 5,710 after that fight, correct?
7 plus. Oh, let me check my sheet here. 500 plus 75. 5, 2, 0.
I think it was like 1,100 in the off session or something.
Yeah, so now we're at.
I remember you giving it. I didn't remember not adding it, but I guess that's how forgetting things works.
With the 75 we got and the 500 we just got, we're at 5,785.
There you go. Which is a lot closer to leveling up than whatever the number was you said, but it is not leveling up, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
We still need about 650 more.
I'll see what I can do. Well, there's probably some birds lying around for Bellows. Speaking of Bellows, as your rage dissipates, you seem to be in that situation again. And I'm afraid that the only thing that Elmore can do for you is mock you and shoot you. Neither of which is in any way helpful whatsoever. And Karna can hit you and do not much else. So I think with that, you've cleared the room at least. This was once the Tomb of... I need my book.
I'll throw another. Let's throw a second level cure wounds at Bellows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rolled much better that time. So take 17 hit points.
This
Hijack your metabolic processes and force your body to heal its cellular damage. My psychometabolic powers.
in here.
Right.
Oh, sorry. In here on the wall, you'll see messages to the Iron Brews, not spelt like the drink. I don't know if you guys have that in the US actually. Iron Brew, but yeah, should. Anyway, yes, specifically Galmore and Granwen Iron Brew. And in fact, Karnak will inform you that upon the walls is a recipe for old Dwarven ale. Could sell. So, yes, you may copy it out if you wish, Arkoros. You're probably the one most likely to be able to do that. Yeah. So, a recipe for old Dwarven ale. He'll tell you that for the entire day afterwards, you feel like you could slay an ox. You may interpret that however you please, but mechanically it is a +2 to strength.
Nice.
If you drink the thing, not if you read the recipe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, just making sure.
You're reading that recipe, I can...
Slay an ox. Yes. Okay, I will tell you for free, Bellows, if you wish to do a quick lap, you may go and have a look at the other members of the Iron Brews families, whatever you call them, urns and family messages, but you will swiftly find that you are travelling in another one of circles. Now that you've viewed the Iron Brews back passage, we can move onwards if you wish.
Sure.
Might as well.
Okay, let's kill that bird and bring that Arcoribos. As you look down this corridor, before you charge off, Bellows, if you don't mind, just go ahead and tell me your passive thing, perception, please.
Passive perception, I believe, is 15. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All the way along here, you will see small chain pulleys, almost at ceiling height. If you mention them to Karnak, he will inform you that they were once used to bring down certain tunnels in the case of a required collapse. These are for controlled collapses. So in other words, don't pull them. But yes, just this will become relevant perhaps in other Dwarven tombs, so it's worth mentioning. I suppose you could rig up a trap at some point if you wish. Other than that, as you head on down this area, there are murals to Bella. What was her surname? Bella Django. Bella Django was known to be the prettiest of dwarves, with a beard so fine she could twine it upon her hair and turn it into a beautiful bow. She had hips that swayed like dancers in the night. And there are many paintings of her all the way along. She was a much admired dwarfess, whatever the word is for a female dwarf. Yeah. Other than that, there is bugger all in these corridors. And you may open up the little wooden door, which in all fairness, as you sort of brush it, Bellows, with your hand, it sort of falls away into fetid rot. And inside here you will find the tomb of Voot Django. Voot Django is not a dwarf, which is most interesting here. He was the adoptive son the son of Eddles Django. Eddles Django is the man who married our lovely lass. She married an elf. Most dwarves wouldn't appreciate that, but, well, those were the days and times, eh? Voot Django was an elf of many tricks, and as such there are a collection of his tricks and toys here. The one thing that you will find is a poison dart release trap that you can set to a chest of your wish, and a lock of trickery. There is also a bag of 20 caltrops. Bellows, from where you are, you notice that there is a small passageway to the south that looks almost unused. You would know it to be a tiny little room, so we might as well pick up on it while we go down there. On the door it says Riolkut Brack. Riolkut Brack. Don't worry about writing too many of these names down. At some point you will have them all, I promise. Riolkut Brack, and then there is a small symbol that looks like a circle. That's all. If you wish to go in, you will find 6 beautiful large pottery urns, each standing about 4 foot tall. And they are all full of bull bearings. Briolkut Brack, it will tell you on the wall in Dwarvish, was the creator of the bull bearing, according to dwarves. And he is well known for his legacy. And here is a collection of some of his work. You may take as many fucking bull bearings as you wish, and depart. But yes, Riolkut Brack, creator of the bull bearing, is honoured here, time immemorial. Karnak turns to you, and bloody useful things, those ball bearings.
Many machines are aided entirely by the lubrication and the mobility given to it by the ball bearings. This is a great achievement. So the barrels of some kind of odd.
Great for tripping other young dwarves as well. There is nothing else in this room.
Yeah.
Just 6 urns for the ball bearings.
No.
Okay. You are able to discern that the way ahead will lead you back to where you came from.
Alright. Actually, now there's just one tiny little bit here that we should explore and then just go downstairs.
Possibly, yes.
Because I think we've hit just about everything. I don't.
You maybe. This is another one of those doors that rots as soon as you touch it. And inside here are the Low Crest tombs. The Low Crests are clearly merchants, great merchants in fact. And upon a table at the centre of the room, you will find a bag of whetstones, a merchant's scale, a magnifying glass, and 116 gold pieces. Those are put on the token layer, so you should be able to read them in the chat. And Bellows, you hear a horrific squawking from the southeast of this room, behind a door or two.
I don't even want to say it. Just listen for yourselves.
He's just gonna get this. Yeah. The chest is just to indicate the table. There is nothing actually in said chest. I see you nuzzling it, Phoenix.
I'm just hoping I'm standing nowhere near where the birds are gonna...
No, so you can see quite clearly that there are two doors here. One, you can see my pings at this point, right? I'm in the right layer. There is one down and right and one up and right. The one up and right you can assume will take you back to the path you came down before, and the one down and right will take you to a room full of birds, so it sounds. They all sound like the smaller baby birds, inverted commas. But there's definitely a few of those. It is entirely up to you if you wish to go down and attempt to obliterate them for the riches they may be hiding, or if you wish to leave them well alone.
I could go either way.
It seems like it would be a respectful thing to do, to destroy these invaders, that disrespecting the tomb of the dwarves, thusly. What do you think, Karnak?
Karnak is a long way away, but he'll sort of shout back, yes, sir.
Oh, isn't he underneath me anymore? Yeah, he's still.
Aye, while it'd been nice to clear the entire tomb of any intruders, I do understand that we as men have limits.
Good enough.
Perhaps I can go first and take the majority of the beating.
That would be exceptionally wise. Yes.
Okay. And with that, I will open the door with him the other side of it. Elle is also, for some odd reason, hiding down there. Just bear with me a second. I need to set something up, because you can't see any of them, because they are all on pillars. And I hadn't thought about this at the time. Okay. And he will sort of shout back at you, there are at least 6 of them in here!
Thank you.
They're pelting me with rocks! Please hurry up. Yes, you may roll initiative. No, you may now roll initiative. Yes, got it.
Okay.
Cool. Holy shit in a Jesus box! Okay, that was a big noise. For the sake of this fight, Arkoravos, the wonderful Karnak is going to go with an initiative of 20.
Sounds good. Not my 5.
No.
I'm alright with that.
I'll attach him to Elmore.
Alright.
Okay, speaking of which, Elmore sort of creeps into the room. I'm just going to put Karnak there. Okay. Right. Elmore creeps into the room and he sees one. And he will take a shot at it. Pew! Wrong gun. But still, 19 to hit. That will hit. 2 rolls sent to VTT. Is that including sneak attack damage? It is. Cool. That's an 11 to the first of the Corbies. That'll conclude his turn. And we pass to Karnak.
Alright. So this guy on the pillar.
Yep.
I'll just for a better angle, he might move out a little bit. I'm not sure how tall the pillars are.
About 4 foot.
Whip a couple of his. Oh, that's.
If he's axing, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna have him throw his hand axes, but if it's only 4 feet,
he can like try and chop their legs off or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go for the legs.
Okay, go for the legs.
The old great axe. Oh, wow, he's really getting lucky today.
Would you like his dice?
I'm using the new mechanical dice on D&D Beyond.
Nice. As you chop its legs off with the hips, Its body sort of falls down off the edge of the pillar and bounces upside down upon the ground and crashes away, and its beak's all smashed in and there's feathers everywhere, and Carly just sort of gives a great laugh. You can go ahead and proceed into the room if you wish.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough room to walk to one of the other ones, but he probably does to get within 20 feet and whip a hand axe.
What? I don't understand. He started here, right?
Oh, is that where he was when initiative was rolled?
Yeah, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, then he's got plenty of room.
Yeah.
Okay,
can you see in the room?
I can see what our co-Rivos can see, which is most of the room.
Great. Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there's a guy down there. Yeah, I'm good with what Karnak's doing. So, yeah, he'll go there and similarly swing at the legs.
Bishy bashy boshy.
14 that time.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
11.
Cool. That creature is annoyed. And as such, that does conclude his turn, right? Does he have anything left?
Yep. Nope.
Okay,
That's
cool.
all him.
As such, it will crawl. Wow. It will claw at him. That is a 20 to hit.
Ooh, that'll do.
And a 10 to hit. So he will
too.
take... Can I roll damage? Is that alright, please? Oh, maximum damage. He'll take 10 slashing. Our friend A, B, C, D, E, our friend over here, will leap on down and let out a shriek. I need a wisdom save from earshot. 60 foot. All of you, please.
Or was that a con save?
Wisdom, please.
Oh, wisdom, sorry, wisdom.
Okay, if you got below an 11, you will be unable to cast spells other than cantrips until the... Wait, that can't be right. Until the start of your next turn.
No
Maybe
reaction
it's until the start of this guy's next turn, because like that's how most effects work. Is it's like one round until the
But if
beginning.
you read it, like,
next
right,
turn.
the creature is
Yeah.
unable to use the dash action, cannot climb or cast spells other than cantrips until the start of its next turn.
Yeah, no,
But
that's,
we'll roll it as the creature's, as
Yeah.
the Corby's turn. Because otherwise, you may not do anything that you can't do off your turn until you get to your turn.
Yeah.
Bellows, you're up.
Well, he's quite beside himself from the shriek because he failed miserably, but it's not really going to affect him so much.
He can't dash,
It's not casting spells, so yeah, that's fine. But because I can't see anything, I've got to go one step at a time here.
Okay. Joe's counter and Bellows acting in completely different ways.
I can get to him.
Yeah, Bellows is slinging in with the spanner, but the counter is sort of taking baby steps.
Yes. Yeah,
Just a pathing
because
benefit.
I can't see. You know what I mean?
Just for pathing purposes, I understand. Yeah, go ahead. Roll to hit. A, B, C,
Yes.
D. Yes. Okay, cool.
Ordinary attack here.
I do.
So it's going to be a 17.
17 will hit. I do wish D&D Beyond, when you have 7 of the same monster, would label them as numbers, not letters. I'm constantly having to count the numbers of letters in the alphabet to work out which one is which. Go ahead and give me some damage,
And I ran pretty far to get there, so that's the extra little bit. So that's going to be 17 damage.
Holy shit, alright. That is an incredibly dead bird. A little like, a little unlike Karnak, in fact. He sort of lopped its legs off. You managed to jump high enough that you pounded its head down through its hips into the ground.
Stop screaming at us! I'm the loud one!
it's my thing.
At that point, these two will launch out at various people. In fact, at this point, I'm just going to do that, because they're all going to go now. That is 4 attacks at Karnak. What's his armor class, please?
18.
That is 1 hit. 2 hits.
Yeah.
3 hits.
Oh yeah.
Remarkable rolls. He will take a total of 18 slashing damage.
Alright.
Bellows, a 16 and a 16 to hit you.
Both do.
Oh, bloody hell. Wow. And that's almost max damage. 17 damage, I'm afraid. These fucking birds are a nightmare, aren't they? Felix, you're up.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Oh my goodness. I'd like to take up a new job. No longer be a treasure rat. I will help Bellows out and fire off at this guy.
Yep.
Hopefully. 15 to hit. That hits?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Guys, you've now fought these quite a lot.
Ooh, that's max damage for a 10.
Okay, it is severely wounded.
Nice.
Now that Josh has turned his mic off. Josh, you fought these quite a lot of times. You have really established by now that their armor class is 13.
I know, but if I keep forgetting, then it makes it more tense.
Okay, does that conclude your turn, Felix?
Yes.
Okay. Arconivus.
Alright. Get in the room a little bit for a better
Oh,
view.
you've gone very quiet for me, Miego.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
there we go.
Yep.
Alright. Turn it off and back on again. I'm going to move into the room for a little better view. 5, 10, 15. There it goes. There, I think. Just going to help out, and I think I'm going to free up Bellows there with my current hindrance. I'm going to just use the Mind Sliver cantrip at the guy Bellows is fighting there.
Yep, that creature is severely wounded.
Yep, so he gets to make an intelligence saving throw.
He's brilliant at those. That's a natural 20.
Okay, good way to go. Oh, well, there you go. Well, he doesn't take 6 psychic damage then.
No, he does not, and he will survive.
Alright.
Does that conclude your turn, or you got a bonus action for us?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I got
Cool.
for the time being.
Karnak will take another couple of slashes. That's a 19 on the second one. For 5 damage.
Alright.
And with that, we're back to L. L will take his shotgun. And he will come to stand near Bellows. Actually, do you know what? He's got 5 foot more. I think he's going to swing the old sword.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll hit. The 15. That's a lot of dice. And they're all correct. That is 19 motherfucking damage. Alright, well that would have killed a different one. Never mind, eh? Yep, cool. And that concludes his turn. Oh, holy shit, that's a crit on Karnak.
Oh.
For 5 damage. Sometimes you do have to question. Oh, we're meant to be doing dangerous crits, aren't we? Well, I'll do that when I hit one of you guys. And subsequent 10. Fuck me, this guy's just...
Yeah, I didn't earlier either.
Do not miss! That probably would have been a lot easier for the maths, wouldn't it?
Wow, yeah. Look at that. Hit.
That's another 18 damage.
Alright.
Bellows, you're up.
Gonna beat up.
Did L kill this one by me?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he overkilled it by 16 damage.
That's what I thought. I was going to make sure I could run free, baby.
You may run wherever you please.
Yeah, and I'll just run over here. I got one. But, yeah, I'll hit this guy in the back.
Okay.
Left corner. Let's see here. Yeah, 25 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 16 damage.
That is another hip smashing, bird trashing smash. And that
I
will I did.
So as I rush over there, I pass the first one, but sort of clip him on the back of the head as I go into smashing the last one. So I have bonus action helped against the one remaining at the south.
Okay. Seeing what you've just done to its friend, it's going to try and kill you.
Fair enough.
It's an 8 to hit. And a 9 to hit. That's what we like. Felix, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna attack this
shit.
guy.
Sorry.
If I can see him.
There you go. I skipped Karnak's turn, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because he was on L's turn. Anyway, Felix, you go first. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping I can see this guy on this pedestal.
You can see them all.
Okay, cool. I'll fire up at him. That's another 15.
Yep, these pedestals come to sort of your chest height.
That's beautiful.
Sick.
2 fired.
Sick. That creature, by the way, has taken 3 hits and is wounded. All the others have died in 1 hit. Does that conclude your turn, Felix?
Yes.
Cardick's up.
Hit him better. Alright, well, he's going to try to finish off the wounded one, because just fewer attacks coming his way. It's going to be pragmatic.
I believe the
about
attack's
this.
at advantage. That is the one that Joe was helping on.
No.
But it's
Well,
not
as
going
long
to
as
matter.
it's
It's dead. Yeah.
Alright. Beautiful. And then he'll try to ruin this guy's day to his left there. And yeah. Oh. Great axe. There we go. Oh, and I think he got his keep swinging thing too. So an AC of 12, which doesn't hit. Or reduces creature to 0 hit points. You can make 1 weapon attack. It's a bonus action. So yeah, he'll bonus action keep swinging. On this guy, get 1 more hit there. There we go. 15 for 12 damage.
Okay. It's a very hurt creature. Severely wounded. Does that conclude his turn?
Yep. Action,
Carnivals.
bonus actions, and I
It's
don't
you.
think he wants to go anywhere right now. So, all right. Corivos is gonna invade this guy's space, but he's gonna try to finish off this guy by making him make an intelligence saving throw against. There we go. Oh, where is it?
10.
There we go. Oh, there it is. Mind Sliver. I have too many spells. There we go. All right, he gets to 2 psychic damage.
Sorry, there was that the severely wounded one.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I was trying to pick him off.
That is enough to finish him
All right.
off.
Perfect.
Marvelous.
All right. I got no good bonus action, so that's my turn.
L pull his sword and wander up to the last guy. Boop. That's a 13 to hit. Dealing 9.
Hey Josh, I don't know if you know, but that hits.
Oh my god, thank goodness.
Weirdly, Carnick's back up. There you go, because, I screwed up. So, he can finish off that last one. I don't think we need to roll for it. Yes, and with that, they will all lie dead upon the ground. That was a bit rough. But you may each take 185 experience points.
All right.
Perhaps of interest is that this tomb is home to... Where are we? The Fire Striker family. Specifically Stegen, Io, Draugavich, and Esmark. These were dwarves that are very unusual in that they had sort of a little bit of magic going about them, really. They were known for their ability to dabble and create fire magic. And as such, each of the torches in this room is lit with a continual flame. Karnik won't mind if you take 1 or 2 if you wish.
Yeah, I guess 1 or 2. Let's see. All right.
Pretty interesting. Fire that won't stop. It's not hot, though. It's annoying.
But it's true. Otherwise, we could create an incredibly efficient steam engine. I actually did that 2nd edition. There was a spell called Continual Heat, which was you could create a permanent like heated metal object, and so he created the boiler for a steam engine, a gnomish tinkerer in 2nd edition.
Nice.
So we had a steam-powered armored personnel carrier to travel around the landscape with.
Beautiful.
And we had a decanter of endless water, so we had decanter of endless water and steam and heat.
Endless
So
steam.
yeah, so we had a free steam engine. Couldn't run out of fuel. Anyway,
Speaking of running out of fuel, Karnik will look at you and that's the last time I go first, and the next time it'll be the first time I go last. As he's looking like he's just been had the shit kicked out of him left, right, and centre.
I really had your number. Say.
I think I'm in the same boat as Bellows. I just don't like these birds. I could take a nap, I'm not gonna lie.
Perhaps a short rest would be in order?
Only a short one.
No? Well, unless we feel that we are done and we would like to retreat, heal up.
We could open just
back
one more
tomorrow?
door.
I don't mind if it's a short rest. As long as it's at least an hour. I don't want any of this 10-minute napping. That cat napping thing is complete rubbish.
Ah, yes. No. An hour seems fair. We will have a snack. I can flip through this book of blacksmithing techniques out of curiosity, and I think we'll do quite well.
You may go ahead and take a short rest. The lot of you. It's fair to say that you may also need a long rest fairly soon.
Yeah, I think so.
But nevertheless, Arconovos, you will read of heating and the techniques of the forge, the torch, the quenching bucket, the holding devices, tongs, vice clamps, hitting, anvils, hammers, shaping, drawing out, upsetting, peening, and other various techniques of the past 3,000 years. Bending, punching, drawing, upsetting, shrinking, annealing, hardening, and tempering, and other sorts of dwarven techniques for bashing swords in different ways under the heat.
Excellent. 6 to 10, which is con.
Mr. King, could you make this hour a little bit more enjoyable?
Song of Rest.
Yeah, he will play the blues to his heart's content. And it'll do something for someone.
I think it's an extra d6 if you spend a hit die.
There we go.
Why don't you guys roll it?
Yeah, I think we each...
I think you're meant
if you
to
spend a
anyway,
hit die,
yeah.
you roll it, yeah. And it's a d6, yeah?
It is a d6, not just the one that I rolled.
3 is better than 1.
3 is better than 1.
3. There we go. Yeah. All right. Karnak is in pretty good shape then.
Mm-hmm.
So
as am I. That's all my hit dice.
5 of his hit die.
Yep. Do we have a list of how many potions you guys have? I think it's 6, right?
I know we have some each on our person.
You were given 1 regular potion of healing each by Cleo. And I think you found 3 at the beginning, and I think you used 1. So mathematically that should equal 6. I think there's also a potion of greater healing somewhere. Could be wrong though.
Yeah, does someone have that on their person?
Elle
The
does not.
potions we have are all not healing things.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any of these marked.
Yeah, I don't think they got given. I think we said, we'll divide those between us, but then they didn't actually reach anybody's inventories. So I think right now you might as well just give 5 of them to Bellows. Because he seems to be the one getting bashed. There is definitely 6 potions of healing and 1 greater healing. If you want to just put them in the communals and then delete them as and when you use them, that might make life easier. But at that point you will indeed have worked out that there is only 1 door left. That is left unsung. And it is to the right of this room. It is an old, ancient, crumbled wooden door. And true to his word, Karnak will make sure he goes last, leaving Bellows to lead the way.
Fair enough.
Immediately, Bellows, just there, if you stay there. Immediately, Bellows, you will realise that this is a completely different path to all the others. This is a very utilitarian path. The brickwork is very clean. There are no paintings upon the wall whatsoever. And there are lots of small chain pulleys up above. You would assume that this is some sort of escape chute. And indeed, as you get to the bottom, just down there, you will see at the bottom that there is a ladder that it seems leads up to the surface, if you wish. Which is why the short rest was quite amusing, because if you want to climb out, take a long rest and come back, this is the exact place to do it. But you don't have to, by any means, stretch the imagination.
Certainly, though. It's like, might as well at this point.
I will say
No, we
for
only
the
wasted
record
an
that
hour sitting around. So.
any unhatched demon bird eggs I smashed.
Yes, it's fair to say that you can. This is like the only place in the entire sort of area that if you climb out, sleep, and come back, it's unlikely to have changed much. Stop, Mellows. I need a dex save, please.
Sure.
Nope.
Sorry, con save. I need a con save, as you are hit by a poison needle extending from the wall.
All right, that is going to be a 13.
I am afraid you will be under the poisoned condition.
I think we're going to go up and rest.
24 hours.
Are you not feeling well?
I think you did, however, buy an antidote on the way out of the city. I do remember. So that might get consumed. Or actually, no, you didn't, did you? You bought a scroll of lesser restoration instead. Is that correct?
That's right.
Well, I can just prepare the spell, so I just prepared it.
Great. Great.
But yeah, depending on how long, I can just cast it on him when we get back to.
Okay. Cool. So you go up, and you may all take a long rest.
All right.
Okay. When you come up,
Can
you
we
don't.
just go
sorry.
all these places, or what? Sorry.
Yeah, you can go all the
this
way
is-
to the end and back if you want.
Okay, that just connects back.
Yeah, but literally, there was just a ladder. You went up the ladder, came back down the ladder. When you went up the ladder, you were sort of on the edge of a sort of outcrop of a rocky mountain area. You worked out that there's a good deal of a mountain between you and Cleo, so you couldn't actually see the ship. But you had some rations on you and whatnot. Were able to get yourselves a long rest. When you came back in, you heard squawking to the far west. You can assume that whatever birds have moved into their different area did so to your west. So if you continue north, you will probably not encounter any.
Oh, I see.
Yep. So if you then continue all the way up to the north, and all the way down, and all the way up, eventually you will find the doorway. Which I believe is over here somewhere. Yep. Cool. And I will ask you to actually get to the stairs, just so that that's where your tokens are if we come back up the stairs. If that makes sense. So the stairs are just over here. Fantastic. And at that point, we shall move on down to the second floor. Mystical, mysterious. And on that note, we shall take 1 minute for me to go and grab a drink.
All right.
Instead of running the entire session offline. Welcome back. We shall continue here. And my dungeon ambience is dead. Come back, dungeon. Oh, there we go. As soon as you get down the stairs, you see a strange brain floating around in the sky with a squawking beak. I'm sure Bellows will prefer these to regular birds. As it floats towards you, it sends out an aggressive telepathic message, which sounds like a roar into the brains of you all. I will need you all to roll initiative in 1 moment, please. Just hold on. Because I thought it was going to load and then it didn't.
Did we conclude that I am not poisoned?
Yes, you were lesser restoration.
Yeah.
I believe.
I had second level spell slots to burn. So.
Yep. Cool. So if you'd like to roll initiative now, that'd be great.
That I will do.
What have I
Nice.
told you, El? Okay. And Bellows, seeing this nasty little brain creature. What would you like to do? It's screaming in your mind.
Right, okay, but there's not like a save or something.
No, it's just really quite mean, to be honest.
Okay, so it's enough to know that it's
I will
bad.
telepathically inform the group. He is just being rude.
It's more like, clearly
They
these
are
things
very
aren't friendly.
discourteous.
Is what you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
They lack civility.
Ah! There's another one.
Oh no.
Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that. I could see it on my right.
I had to come in anyway. Now here's a lesson in rudeness. If you're going to be loud, do it out loud, not in someone's mind. And I'll hit this one to the west.
Okay.
Oh, and I will almost certainly miss with an 11.
An 11 will hit.
Oh, delightful. That's gonna do 10.
Okay, as
crushing damage.
your hammer sort of sinks into it, it sort of splats a little and then bounces back, almost like it was, what's the word? I don't know, padded,
spongy?
I guess. Spongy, yes. You get the impression that if there wasn't magic behind the force of your blow, it would have done less than normal. Well, because your weapon is magical, correct?
Yeah, I've got that gem
Yeah,
enhancement.
it will be full damage, so go ahead and give me full damage.
Yeah, it was 10.
10, great. Okay. Bellows, does that conclude your turn?
I will turn back and poke at the other one too, and give it an etiquette lesson also to help Karnak or anybody else hit that one.
As you sort of poke it, its brain starts sort of flashing these silver and blue light colours, which you can either interpret as synaptic static or it doesn't like it. Felix, you're up.
Okay, I know I can see it, but I do have like good distance and 2 people in front of me. Am I still okay to like
Yeah.
fire off spells?
These aren't actually particularly small. Sorry, Josh, you need to mute your mic for a second. Just while I describe them. They're sort of 4.5 foot in height. They're floating approximately 2 feet off the ground. The brain itself is quite small, sort of maybe a foot across, but the tentacles are quite long and stuff. You might not catch it full in the brain, but you'll probably be able to fry it.
Sure, I just don't want to hit our Corvus in like the back of the head.
I never ever make that rule. I don't know if it's meant to be a rule, but I never count your allies as cover.
Okay, good. I'm gonna fire off an Eldritch Blasty.
Yep. Especially when I've designed an entire dungeon of 5 foot wide corridors.
That
would be really harsh.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Nice. That is 9 fire damage.
Yep. Okay. You can see that it definitely doesn't like being on fire. Not many creatures do. But however, it reflects a little bit of the damage towards you. Go ahead and make a dex save, please.
$15?
15 is a success. You will take... How much damage did you do, sorry? 9, right? You will take 4 fire damage.
Which is half to 2.
Because you're resistant? Yes, great. Okonovos, you may give me an... a magic check. What's the word I'm looking for?
Okay.
Arcana is what I'm looking for, yeah. I was like, something? Okonovos?
13?
Yeah, that looks like some form of spell reflection. Make of it what you will. Felix, does that conclude your turn?
It does.
Okay, L to the Maul will take the shot. He fires his shotgun down the corridor. Wow. That is a 10 to hit. Which does actually hit. The creature next to Karnak. I've just realised, Joe, you hit the one on your left, didn't you?
I did. It was probably dumb of me, but that's what I did.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to make sure I applied the damage in the right place. That was a total of 11 damage. However, you notice as the bullets hit, they're not magical. And they sink into the brain and sort of fleshily sort of sink back out again. That will be resisted. Okonovos, both of these creatures look a little hurt, but neither is dead. Oh, you can only see one, sorry. The creature in front of you looks hurt, but not dead.
I was just going to say, I'm going to take a 5 minutes.
It is the one that reflected the magic before. However,
Okay.
you know, that's a choice.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something that might be more difficult for it to reflect. So, to kind of experiment a little bit, I'm going to use telekinetic slam on the one straight ahead of me. So he will get to make a strength saving throw.
Ignore the numbers coming up. That's a 2.
Yeah. For 2 force damage and then be knocked prone.
They are, however, immune to the prone condition, as it sort of just rolls around in the air. Yes, he feels a little dizzy, other than that. But he definitely hasn't pinged it back at you, which is nice. Yeah. Any other thing going on?
No, that's probably all.
Okay.
Not a great turn, but I learned something, and that's good.
Cool. At this point, I will need... I'm just going to take both of their turns simultaneously. I'll need Karnak and Bellows to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
We've got a con. 16, Karnak.
12.
Okay. You both feel like something trying to insidiously crawl into your mind. Nothing happens. It then lashes out with its tentacles at Bellows, but misses. And with its tentacles at Karnak and hits. He will need to make a... No, he won't make a save at all. He will take 6 damage and be grappled.
Alright.
Technically, it's grappled and restrained. I think those are 2 separate things.
They are.
So yes, it is grappled, and he is medium or smaller, so he is also restrained.
Alright.
Cool. Bellows, you are up.
I could try to shove it away, but I think I'll just try to hit it. But I'm going to hit the one that has the Karnak grappled.
Yes. Go ahead, bish bash bosh.
Yeah, 22
Oh, that'll hit.
for, let's see, 8 crushing damage.
Okay. Yep. Again, a little spongy effect, but the magic of your weapon sort of crunches in.
I will step down one here just to make a space if anybody really wants it. And I will just keep harrying this one here and sort of trying to... I imagine I'm sort of trying to pry some of its tentacles off of Karnak. Not effectively, but just to help.
Well, it is also balancing, floating in midair, so you're kind of shaking it about a bit as well. It's getting a bit disoriented. Does that conclude your turn, Bellows?
Yes, it does.
Mr. Felix, you will have advantage on your next attack against that creature down the bottom, if you wish.
I do wish. I shall attack it.
Okay.
Oh my god, thank god. That's a nat one.
Okay.
That's a 24.
24 will hit.
And that's 2 fire damage.
I would ask you to make a dex save to see if you take 1 or 0 fire damage.
It would be half.
No, that's my point. If you succeed in the dex save, you'll take 0, but if you fail...
That's not tiny.
Okay, so you succeeded, it's half to 1, and then that's half to 0.
Yeah.
So the fire sort of launches back down, but if anything, I think Felix just sort of catches it in his hand. Your damage was pathetic and crap. Basically.
He just runs the fire through his hair.
Ironically, however, that 2 damage will tip it to the point of being wounded.
Nice.
Excuse me. L. Yes, he's not likely to just randomly turn up and take his turn, is he? Cool. He will switch weapon and fire the pistol down the corridor. He's going to need to do a lot of reloading after this. 22 will hit, dealing 6 half to 3 damage. Octavus, you are up.
Well, now I can get in here a little bit. I think I'm going to. I am going to kind of test their issue with psychic damage. So I'm going to just kind of point blank do my cone, my mind blast cone at this one in the corner.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Tell you that for fun.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Yep.
All right. There we go. So I learned that I'm not gonna. I was thinking about wasting a spell slot on some better psychic damage. But figured I'd test it first.
That's a good idea.
Oh,
I'm assuming a 23 will hit Alcodemos.
It will.
You will be grappled and restrained and take 5 damage.
What kind of damage?
Piercing damage from the beaking.
Okay.
It's actually from the tentacling, weirdly enough, but I don't know why that's piercing damage, but why the fuck not?
They got little spines on the tentacles.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And that one, however, will miss you. The next creature will make his attacks with advantage against our friend Karnak. An 18 will hit, dealing... Ooh, max damage. 12 damage. 12 piercing. And a 16 will miss. Bellows, you are up.
I'm not happy with either of these guys. This one is much more damaged, but that one is grappling a guy I like better. I think I will return my efforts to the original guy on the left side to try to hurt it for our Corvus's benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. Yeah, it's 23,
Yep.
I think, to hit. And
Okay, can I just confirm you are hitting the top left one, yeah?
yes, correct.
Okay, I will need you to make a strength save, but give me the damage as well.
Sure, it's going to be 11 damage.
Cool.
Strength
Not 44.
save. Oh, sorry, wrong die. I want to roll a d6 instead of a d20. Let's see. Strength save is 17.
Ooh, you feel a sort of reaction as a blue shield sort of pushes at you, attempting to knock you back across the room. You, however, stand fast in its way. You will take half of... Oh, I've rolled beak damage. Oh, it's the same numbers anyway. Oh, no, it's not. 7. You will take 3 bludgeoning damage. Felix, you're up. I realised I said to you, Iago, I made some small adjustments. I realised I've rewritten the whole fucking character, the whole monster stat block for these monsters. Normally I just change a couple of little things. Felix, go.
Oh, and so my bonus action, though, I will still help on the lower right one.
Yeah. Oh, yes, speaking of which, Karnik, does he want to turn? That'd be nice. Akorovos, let's go back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Karnik's turn.
I got used to him not acting on my turn. Okay, well, he's going to make, I guess, 2 attacks then at disadvantage.
Well, he may do that, or he may attempt to break the grapple. Up to you.
He's going to try 2 attacks at disadvantage first.
First one will be flat because of my help.
Yep.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, well, flat hit. Nope. AC 14.
Yes, that will hit.
15 slashing damage, and then he'll
Holy shit.
go with disadvantage.
He's using a standard great axe, isn't he? Yes, again, you notice that it sort of sinks in and then sort of sinks back out. So it looks viscous and thick, yeah. The second hit?
AC 9.
That'll hit.
So, alright. 6 slashing.
Okay. And, ooh... Technically, this is before his turn, so I can't do what I want to. Okay, cool. 6 slashing, half to 3. Fantastic. And now we come back round past their turns. Weirdly, Bellows helped him after his turn, but I don't care. It's my fault. Felix, it's your turn. No advantage anymore.
Okay. I am going to attack the big brain though again.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8 to hit.
An 8 will hit. Make a dex save.
No. That's 3 fire damage, and that dex save is a 3.
Okay, so you will take 3 fire damage, half to 1. Okay, L sort of puts down his... Sorry, Felix, I need to move you first. Puts down his weapons. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. And he'll go to flank the creature with his sword. Realizing that perhaps a magical weapon might be a bit more useful. And he shall roll with advantage because of that. Dealing 5. Oh, hold on. Yes, no, the creature's restraining the other one. Yeah, 5, 4... Oh, 13 damage. Okay, cool. Bye-bye, Grell. Karnik is no longer restrained. That'll conclude Elmo's turn. Akorovos, you are up.
Nice. Alright. Yes. Well, pretty much a melee can do psychic damage, which doesn't seem that effective. Do that. Yep. I'm going to summon a wisp.
Okay.
So, there aren't enough things on the field. Let's go first level, just 1 wisp. And that'll be my action. And I got no good bonus actions. And did I want to move? And I can't anyway because I'm grappled and restrained. So, that's, yeah, I'm just going to summon my wisp buddy to help me out.
Okay. And we would come to the Wisp's turn, but I believe they only do psychic damage, is that correct?
It's force.
Oh, is it force?
I think. Yeah, because that's why I figured this would be the way to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was psychic. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take the Wisp's turn.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to actually summon him back there because he makes a ranged attack, so I want to do so. Range 15 for 2 force damage.
Okay.
I'm helping.
And that will conclude its
Karnak.
turn. Karnak, yep. Who is no longer
Alright.
grappled.
Yep, so he can move. So he'll get all up in its business. And he will make his 2 great axe attacks. Whilst ineffective, that's better than nothing. AC 25 for 9 slashing damage.
Yep, halved to 4. Creature is wounded.
And AC 20 for 6.
Yep, half to 3. Fantastic. Does that conclude his turn?
Yep.
Okay, I need...
Ship it away.
Let's do our Corvos here. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
My best. Roll well. Oh, there we go. 17.
Nice. The tentacles constrict, but you are able to resist the effect. He will also attempt to peck you with a beak.
My tentacles are stronger.
12 to hit.
Nope.
Cool. Bellows, you're up.
I think in this enclosed space, it's better just to keep smashing at it, so that's what I shall do. I'll go reckless. Why not? I don't want to miss. Oh boy! But it was really low AC, right? So let's.
Well, an
see.
8 hit it before.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Cool. You'll hit.
Go reckless
Thank
and
you,
roll a 1 and a 3.
Yep. Make a strength save, please, and give me the damage.
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Strength save is going to be a 9 only.
Okay, that is a
so-
fail. You will be knocked back 5 feet and take 2d4 bludgeoning damage.
Sure.
But go ahead and give me the damage.
that goes through before I'm knocked back is 12 bludgeoning.
Yep. It's actually reaction to taking damage from a melee attack. So yes, and you will take 6 bludgeoning damage. Does that conclude your turn? Do you want to run around a bit?
No. If I'm.
Oh, sorry, you're also
well,
not
I can-
prone. Yes, I didn't forget to mention that one. Unless you're. So yes, you are prone as well.
Okay, but I didn't use any of my movement, so I can just get back up. And go
Oh,
back
if you
up
want to get
there
back up and yeah,
and get mad at it and poke at it again
Yeah.
and scream at it
yep.
to give the help.
Felix, something's happening around the corner.
Yeah. I'll move down here. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll take that weird brain beak thing.
Pretty weird interaction going on here. Go ahead and attack.
That's 18.
Okay, as soon as the fire strikes the tentacles, Corvos, you are no longer grappled.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and 8. Well, and it's dead, so you're really no longer grappled. Yes, and therefore it
stop.
cannot reflect. It also used its reaction already. And that will conclude the fight. You may take a total of 400 XP each.
Nice.
While I try and look for where we've hidden the list of loot.
We're just so close.
So close.
Where did we put these? Here we
Fourth
go.
level is just the worst for casters, because, like, you need that second die for cantrips.
Yep. We'll get there. We'll get there. You find an engraved planar symbol and a focusing crystal upon these creatures. A super epic music for the dead beasts. I think we'll turn that off. Yes, whatever the fuck they do.
Great planar.
Yes, sorry, that was
Okay, second.
an engraved planar symbol and focusing crystal.
There we go. There we go.
The focusing crystal, obviously, you will know, can be used as a spell focus. The engraved planar symbol, you have seen this used in teleportation devices before, Arconovos, but
Alright.
not something that you can just sort of conjure up or create out of nowhere. You see a door to your right, a door to your left, and in fact, as you passed down the stairs from the stairs, pass down the corridor from the stairs, that's the words I was looking for, you also saw a corridor to your left. Unlike the floor above, the murals on these walls are beautifully maintained. Not like somebody has come down and painted them again, but that perhaps... Ooh, I don't know. I can take an Arcana check from Arcorivos, but Felix, I would also like an intelligence check from you with advantage.
I got a 12.
Okay, there is definitely a little bit of magic involved here. In some sort of, like, in the paint, at least, to keep it good. Felix, what did you get?
14.
A 14. You get a glimpse of a moment in the past, where you once saw a worker sort of placing a see-through, sort of almost like a glue over paintwork to preserve it for a long period of time. Weirdly, what you see in your memories involved strange magical runes that were being preserved in this way.
They're runes or rooms?
R-U-N-E-S. Runes. Like arcane runes.
Interesting, but I don't know what this substance is.
You think it to be some sort of glue. But it's see-through, transparent.
Great, okay. But for all I know, it could be like ancient bird spit.
Oh yeah, you don't know how it's made or anything. You don't remember any of that, but you have seen a process that allows things to be preserved like this before, because all the murals are shiny as well as being beautiful. You know, it's very sort of, it's like somebody's painted over them in glue, basically. Yes, and these murals depict the Battle Hammer family. Sort of ruling in... You know that you're not on the right floor for Mr. Battlehammer. You were told by the tomb that there are at least 4 floors here. But perhaps some of his lesser family members are mentioned here in the murals. And their great deeds are many, so they must be listed in order. On this particular wall, you see Gandalug Battlehammer. But don't worry about writing that down. You'll get all this information eventually. Cool. Pick a door, any door. Are we going up and left? Are we going left? Are we going right? What's the plan?
I don't know if I want to leave any brain beaks at our back.
Well, yes. See, it caused more trouble than the birds.
I'm gonna go down this way.
Okay. There is an ornate wooden door. You try and push it, but nothing happens until Karnak tells it to open in Dwarvish, and it fucks off. And it opens with a sort of really eerie creak. And as you move into this chamber, it is ornate and it is beautiful. It is wonderfully painted, and in fact, it is Benego Battlehammer. He has no crypt in here, he has no tomb, you assume he is buried deeper in, but this is a room entirely devoted to his achievements. Lying upon the wall is the head of a +1 battle axe, but you would have to carry it back home and have a haft attached to it, if you wished for it to. You may assume that the haft was wooden and has therefore rotted away, but the head is beautifully preserved. You see another one of these fanciful doors, and Karnak will demand that it gets out his way. Up there. And, other than that, in the chamber, you just see murals and sort of lots of different information on what Benego did in his life, different battles he won. One thing you may note is that he had 8 wives. Well, somebody's got to. At the back, at the bottom of the room that you have just walked into, Bellows, you see a large table. There are some sort of old alchemy equipment in here. In the previous room, you did note that Benego was at some point a potion maker. And you will find a potions of bull's strength and 2 potions of greater healing. They're nice, aren't they?
Nice.
There is nowhere really to put those words where they're readable, so I'm just going to move Felix instead. There you go. When I put words on the map, is it affected by the dynamic lighting? So, Arcodivos, do you see the words?
Nope.
Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna put them over there as well. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
I like it.
I was
It's okay.
yeah,
I'll just sort of flash them around.
Yeah.
But yes, in front of you, Bellows, is a rather simple wooden door. To your right, it doesn't. It's kept a little bit. It's oaken. Other than that, you see not much else. And when you step into this room, you'll see much of the same as the prior room, but this is not based on Bonego, but is instead based on Durbar the Third. Durbar the Third was apparently quite a successful smith. However, none of his smithing equipment or work seems to be here. There are just lots of paintings of weapons, which are frankly a bit useless to you. But never mind, eh? There is a lovely iron door downwards that opens without a squeak or a creak. Beautifully well maintained. And in this room, you see 6 urns in which there are flowers. And these flowers appear to be alive, and upon closer inspection, they are not real. They are wrought of metal and are painted, but they look lifelike from a distance. They can be worth something if you want. Karnak will gladly take one on his own. He takes an ancient blue rose, and he tells you that he has a sweet one back home that he thinks he might drop this off to at some point. And then he takes a sniff and is absolutely amazed to tell you that they smell like flowers. Corvus, you will notice that there is some sort of magic involved in this. In fact, it is almost psionic in its make. It's definitely not mind flare work. It's a little scrappy for that. But it is definitely some sort of psionic placement in here. It's something telling your brain it smells of flowers. It's not actually smelling of flowers.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. This is intriguing. And I'm going to gather up these magic metal painted flowers.
Yep. There are 18 in total. Okay. There is also a wooden door that is almost crumbled to dust behind you. And immediately... yes. It seems like some of these had... Karnak will tell you for free that the people who would be buried in here, like their family members, would choose the types of doors. Some have chosen their doors for sturdiness or durability, whereas others have sort of had ornately painted doors or sort of other various things. And certainly when you enter this room, the reason for that door being ornately painted will be immediately apparent. As in here, you will find some beautiful vases and pottery. There is no sign of a maker in here. Karnak will inform you that these are probably gifts to, to Durbar, Battlehammer. Some of it's not preserved very well, but you do see 2 ornate vases you could potentially take with you that may sell for something. There is also, interestingly, 6 balls made of pottery at the edge of the room that have a tiny little hole at the top that when you look very closely seem like the hole is stoppered in some way so that you could inject liquid into them and it wouldn't fall out the hole. These could be used to making sort of bombs or things, but no matter how much you shake them and rattle them and roll them, they don't contain anything right now.
Interesting.
I think if I carry these, I'll break them too early.
Perhaps we should place them in the bag of holding? Yeah? So it's a little room from the rocks that we have discarded in random places and left upon the ship. It's just little clouds of floating rocks.
I'm glad you guys are having as much fun with the silly
Here, there,
things
the
as I am.
ship.
Regardless, this long corridor seems to have no purpose whatsoever other than to get to the next place. Bellows, you look very carefully along the floor in case of any traps and find absolutely nothing. However, you do see at the beginning of here what Karnak will call a rat run. Aye, this is a rat run. Dwarves use these for defence. Lots and lots of sharp turns. Expect traps on the floor. and lots of them.
I shall keep out a close eye.
Mm-hmm.
As I continue.
Yep.
Proceed slowly.
Okay, right there, you see in front of you a small plate that you would need to step over quite carefully.
Which direction? The down.
There.
South.
Oh, sorry. I thought I put it on the viewer. I don't know which one of those you can see. Can you see the plate?
I don't think I see anything. It was right underneath me.
Yes. Do you see the
Yeah.
plate? Correct.
Right.
Or do you see a big ball of fire?
I see a big ball of fire.
I just
right
see fire.
underneath me.
Yes, I see fire burning. Okay, there's no fire burning. There's a plate that if you step on it will probably make fire burn.
But it was in that space where I was.
Yes, it was indeed.
I was thinking we could just decide to go the direction that it wasn't in, but.
In fact, what I'll do there is I'll do that and then. Oh,
I don't.
yes, you are creating absolute havoc here, Bellows, with your movement. I keep going to target the plate and Bellows appears instead. Regardless, there is a plate there.
Well, I've already stepped on it. So.
Yep.
Well,
So
Okay.
are we just continuing, or?
Yeah. Right now you don't see any more. Bellows, I will take an active perception check now that you have passed the first.
Okay. 24.
Cool.
nice.
That should help you in your next task. You can go ahead and proceed. I'll tell you when to stop.
This is complicated. I'm gonna peek down each of these first.
Yep, I will tell you for free that with a 24, you think that you will have revealed all of the traps, certainly those that can be seen easily.
Is there anything up here? No, just up here.
Yep, so just down and
but this one's a
at the
door.
very end there is a door. The door is sort of... it's an unusual stone door. It doesn't seem to matter what you do, even when Karnak yells at it in Dwarven. It doesn't open.
Well, that makes the decision easy. Let's go up here and look around.
Okay, you
Should
see
be
another one.
odd that
Step
we are
past it.
surprised by a door not opening because we yell at it.
We did also try and Elle tried to pick the lock. You shoved it, kicked it, punched it, pushed
No,
it.
yeah, no.
Yeah, it really wouldn't open. And indeed, Bellows, you find exactly the same with the next door. How annoying. Okay.
Well, now we know where we want to get into.
Yes.
I'll hop over this. Something weird is up here.
Yep. From there, Bellows, you do see a magical rune upon the floor that you recognize as before to be a mark of teleportation. But this is an arrival point, not a departure point.
Let's see.
Yep.
Alright. Uh-oh. Trap.
Yep, you can get past that, don't worry. Okay, I think this is the best way to do it, is have Bellows navigate and then you guys can all jump to Bellows. One step, yeah, fantastic. Just below you, Bellows, you see a lever. A large lever. Wood.
Should I pull this thing?
Look to Karnak. Do you have any insight as to...
Yes, most definitely. This would be one of the levers that recombobulates the maze. If you pull it, all of the paths will change.
Does not sound good just yet.
No.
Perhaps if we cannot find our ways, then we mix everything up at the moment. It seems like it would contribute to us being lost.
He sort of nods either, and I wouldn't pull it either. I don't think the DM has integrated that into Roll 20. So the paths won't actually move, but that is what the lever is for. So, yep.
I'm gonna look down these other ones. Uh-oh, there's another trappy thing.
Yep. And here you see a door that is iron. How exciting. No, rubbish. It is another stone door. Sorry.
Yep.
Again, shove it, push it, poke it, kick it, shout at it. All of the above. Bellows, a survival check if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Cool.
And 25.
So you remember that there was a right that you didn't take earlier. That is the one bit of path that you haven't covered so far.
Over here.
Yep, correct.
There we go.
Alright. Let's... Oh, clicked off the thing.
Yep.
Oh, another trap we can avoid.
Yep.
Up on past that. Oh, that looks like nothing. Go this way.
Dead end. And a door, and this one is a normal door. It is iron and wood, and indeed it opens very gently at a slight push. You enter into a small corridor, upon which there are paintings all over the walls. These paintings represent... Well, they're a little erotic, if we're being honest. They're definitely very dwarven. So it's sort of a little staid in its way, but it's dwarven erotica, effectively. Yes, these are the... I believe that Karnak calls them the halls of fornication. Each
Fair
time.
enough. Odds in the tombs, though, don't you think?
He sort of turns to you and...
Dilny.
Perhaps they are celebrated by whoever is buried in this area.
No, fair enough. It is art, I guess.
They may decorate it how they please.
Indeed. Well,
Okay, there is a small wooden door to your right, Bellows, as you move one further step. It looks like it will open if you wish, or you can walk past. As there is also a wooden and iron door down to the bottom left of this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna open this one.
Okay, cool, roll initiative.
Hey!
Yeah. What's that one? As you open this, you see a slightly larger grell than before. This is almost 6 foot in height, and its brain is 2 foot in diameter. Yes. Is that a nat 20, Mr. Felix?
It sure is.
How exciting.
Nice.
Do you know what, Joe? I don't think you've rolled below a 12 for initiative yet. Oh, you did once, didn't you? But then everybody else also rolled below a 10.
Yeah.
L will roll initiative. And he's rolled 5 3s for initiative. That's quite impressive. Okay. As you enter in this room, you see that this creature is a little larger than the previous one you dealt with. Sorry, I'm just scrolled out trying to find L. He's over here. Wherever I've left the bastard. Cool. He is also a little more well armored from what you can see. Felix, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna fire at this guy.
Pew!
There's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice, that's 9 fire damage.
You notice that the fire damage seems to do him give him a lot of grief. He really didn't like that.
Okay.
Felix, anything else?
Nope.
Bellows, you're up.
So I guess we're smashing it rather than just closing the door and moving on. I'm gonna go all the way
Silence
around
greets
into
you.
the
Yep.
corner.
That was
Oh god, I love this.
And I will... Why not? I want to hit while I'm running, so I will recklessly attack it.
Yep.
Ooh. Let's see... 15.
A blue shield will appear before him and block your blow.
I don't like it already.
That's
But I'll
what I
try
like
to keep
do.
it distracted.
Is that you help actioning? Yes, great.
Yeah, that's all.
Arcolavos, you're up.
I'm gonna move there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just to give a little extra berth, I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna pull out that wand of lightning bolts.
The blue shield does maintain around it. Make of that what you will.
All right, that's all right. It blocked a sword, but let's see if it'll stop a lightning bolt.
Okay.
There we go. So he gets to make a dexterity saving throw.
He
DC
does
15.
get a nat 20.
Oh, well, there we go. So, half of 35.
Okay.
17.
I'm afraid that he is severely wounded as the lightning racks into his brain.
Right.
And you see that lightning that was pulsing around his brain sort of speeds up to irrational levels.
Right.
Conic.
Resting.
Oh, sorry, any bonus action on a beast? Of course.
Well, my wisp is going to come in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Just hover nearby. It'll shoot its little projectile.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Oh, AC 14.
That'll miss. The shield is currently
Alright.
up.
Excellent. So he misses. All right, then it's Karnak's turn.
Yep.
So he should be able to get there easily enough. Get his sheet up. He'll take a swing with his great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'll roll 2 for a total of 9.
Nope.
And second much better. 23
That will hit.
for 8 slashing damage.
Okay. Again, it's got a sort of spongy texture, and as it soaks in, it comes back. The creature is brought to the knees of its tentacles, I guess.
All right. Finish it quickly, team.
El will shoot a pistol. And that'll kill it. I'm really disappointed the bellows didn't hit it.
Yeah.
If this creature is hit in melee range, it is moved back 10 feet. Which I think can be really fun to watch Bellows chasing around with a bit like a baseball bat. But that will conclude the fight.
Yes.
And you will each gain... Oh, one thing of interest. One of these tentacles falls off and it looks particularly well intact. It can be used as an almost unbreakable rope. It is, however, only 4 foot in length. So, make of that what you will. It's a cord, I guess, more than a rope. And you will gain 175 XP each. Have I left you sort of 5 XP short of a level?
Let's see. You said it was 400?
No, 175 each.
175, yeah, okay. Sorry, I was typing at the same time as I was trying to understand.
Oh, you've made it! Yes. In that case, can I have the total of what XP you're currently on so I can set L's?
Mine says 65-45.
65-45. Apply changes. That looks about right to me, yep.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to level L up so he's got 2 shots. Oh, he doesn't do... Oh, I asked Rico many things. What I didn't ask him is which class he wanted to put a level in. I will tentatively put one in Rogue. I think that's right.
There you go. Let him respec if he...
Yeah. Oh, shit.
But I think he was going to go Rogue.
Yeah, I do, because I think that's when he gets his Outlaw subclass, which allows him to be a gunfighter. Oh, technically he wasn't proficient with ammunition until that point, with guns. Oh well. Yep, cool, wicked, fantastic. Oh, yeah, cool, wicked. I have no idea what any of that stuff does.
Everybody was gun proficient or something.
Yeah, I think I did actually, didn't I? Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would have definitely gone with that crossbow.
Yes, I imagine you would. Yeah, it's more the rifle that I think he needed the gunfighting. You're efficient in. Not the pistols. At this point, you will see a series of wooden doors, and just for expediency's sake, I'm just going to open them all. Because, frankly, the most ribald of drawings and poetry in the Dwarven tongue are upon all of the walls in here. And eventually, if you move to the back room, you will find a tomb. This tomb is of... I have got his name here. Where's the little bastard? Nope, none of you. None of you. Have I missed you? Here we go. This is Gwenvia Griselo Mole. Gwenvia Griselo Mole was a bard of the finest types. And indeed, upon her tomb you will see 2 hand drums. There are 3 bloodstones sat neatly across the altar, which are probably not much use right now, and a large book. And the book is quite beautiful, quite elegant, and is all written here. And this is a tome of Dwarven history. And I would start reading to you, but if you hit the scrolling button, you will see there's a little bit of text there.
Small novel, yeah.
However, if you do spend at least 8 hours reading this tome without falling asleep, you'll have advantage on persuasion checks made to interact with dwarves.
Alright.
So at some point, perhaps that might warrant a read. 3 bloodstones and 2 hand drums. Just in case you're wondering what these 4 like weird pillar things are, they're sort of like ornate marbly pillars that surround the tomb at the tomb at the center. Cool. With Tome of Dwarven History and Tomb for the body. My English is fried. Yes, all of the other rooms were beautifully ribald and painted with all sorts of rather crass poems, etc. There's nothing else in this room, though you did notice in your search that there was a room to the top right of this little square. I'm just going to sort of flick you over there.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and you will see a chest full of what appears to be treasure. Eventually, Elmore will pop this chest open, and you will see 65 gold, all in copper pieces, and 12 eye agates. Karnik will inform you that when tipping a bard, it is traditional to do it in copper, so that you may fill their hat and their music case and all sorts of other things as vastly as possible, as a sign of approval. So dwarves take great pleasure in lugging along large bags full of copper pieces to great bardic performances.
What was the total in gold value? Oh, the copper.
76, I think.
76, okay.
Yes, I've unfortunately removed that now, so I can't actually tell you for sure, but I think I said 76.
76 now.
It's a lot in copper, it's not much in gold, basically, is what we were trying to achieve. Other than that, this little area seems to be clear. With 5 rooms, you can see this bard was truly very honoured, but the amount of treasure does not compare. Elmore's sort of casually standing next to that wooden and iron door that you passed earlier. And he opens it for you.
Alright. Very nice.
Okay. As you enter into this room, you will see a single pillar surrounded by strange marble tiles. That's all. Karnik is just as clueless as you. It's not holding up the ceiling, that's for sure.
Is there anything magical about it?
Nope. It's not particularly nice or well made either.
Just find some random knick-knack that we have in the bag of holding. Let's
One of your 20,000 ball bearings.
yeah.
Right.
Or an iron bar, just a bar of iron. And just kind of toss it on one of, just right here onto this square of different colored floor. Just see if anything happens.
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I'll use telekinesis to bring the iron bar back to my hand and just kind of shrug. I don't know if this was just an aesthetic choice. It does not seem to be magic, and a decently heavy object did not trigger anything, so...
And Karnak will step up and sort of poke the little thing in the middle. And, we dwarves are usually very sensible people. Everything has a purpose. But I am absolutely bamboozled if I can work out the purpose of this one.
Any other ideas? Anyone? Or perhaps we need to visit surrounding rooms and they will give us clues?
Not holding anything up, you say?
No. It's 6 foot in height. The ceiling is about 10 foot.
Could just smash it down, but that seems a little wanton.
I'd rather we didn't point us or not. That's was put here by the dwarves, I think, maybe. He sort of then begins inspecting its craftsmanship. Well, it's certainly sturdy, even if it's not particularly pretty. Bellows it gives his impression of this pillar absolutely brilliantly by just departing. Bellows, you may work out that the door to your right it leads back into that silly little trap view, and actually here it has a lovely little handle. If you wish, you may open these as you go past.
Yeah, I think so.
Oop. Okay. You see another one on the end.
Yeah.
Yep, I open it for you. Yep. In this room to your right, don't worry, those are not just pillars. There are 2 urns placed upon pedestals. Both of these urns are children of Dunbar Battlehammer the Fourth. Their names are not given, nor are their deeds. Karnak will tell you that what this means is that although they were of royal blood, they shamed their family in some way. That's all.
Maybe they built that useless pillar in another room.
No, at this point, he will tell you that perhaps there was somebody of even greater shame who was placed upon the pillar in the other room, but perhaps their urn has been taken or recovered. Seeing these, perhaps that might be what happened. Though, I'm not sure what the meaning was of the strange coloured floor. The wisp is looking down, the bellows is looking up. You may go either way.
Go either way.
Alright.
Kick a door.
If you remember, the weird little trappy thing would lead you back to the down and left of here. Obviously, the path up would be afresh.
How so?
If you headed all the way down, if you headed all the way down, then it would be the third door that came out the trap area, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Whereas up is new. So, as you please.
Oh, I see. Next to there as well as some other things, but still other things we've been to. I see.
Yes.
Door it is. Fine.
Okay. Cool. You open this door, and you see a strange lever in the center of the room. And as you step in, you see more. As soon as Bellows you step there, I'm going to assume for logic's sake that you were all in the room. All of the doors around you close.
Perfect.
The walls start moving towards you.
Perfect. Alright.
In a line across the center of the room are 6 dwarven runes with levers in front of them. Where's my... Oh my goodness, I'm struggling. Hold on a second. Nope, okay, that's it. Yes, these are written in Dwarven. Karnak will move up to them and tell you that they spell out the word parted. Oh, that's what we need the walls to be, is it not?
Indeed.
They spell it in order.
Yes, left to right, parted.
But what if we just wanted to leave? Wouldn't we want to depart?
Indeed. That might make sense. Bugger me if I can spell, though.
Well, I don't know.
I thought. Can I pull this lever here? Oh, I'm sorry. No, the last lever.
Yep.
Last lever.
No. You try, but it doesn't budge.
Oh.
You put all your strength against it. At this point, Karnak sort of panics and starts trying to pull all the others. None of them move. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Arcanibus.
Alright. That's what I got. 14?
Yep, these are definitely moved by magic of some sort.
Can I use Mage Hand to move it?
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Not that easy.
I'll go try to just, like, stand. Is it on, like, on the floor?
As soon as you stand on the rune upon the ground, the lever moves. However, you stood on the E, and the wall starts moving quicker. Yes. Okay, cool. That resets the levers back, and at this point, you can start spelling out a word. I'm assuming that prated is not what you were looking for.
Yep.
And with that...
so we go D-E...
Oh, hold on.
P... Oh.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just didn't mean to draw lines.
Alright. So yeah, if we go D-E-P-A-R-T, we spell depart.
Okay. And when you do, the walls sort of ping back in place, and the doors all open simultaneously.
Good job, everyone. Well done. Thank you for your help, Karnak. It would have taken me 10 minutes to read the runes on the floor.
Yes, I had realised that it would force you to consume a spell slot, which I was quite looking forward to. What I had forgotten is that I'd also sent a dwarf with you. So it was completely pointless trying to force you to use the spell slot. However, as the door opens to the left, you see a long passageway.
I don't have it prepared anyway, so I can only cast it as a ritual.
Oh, sick. That would have been fun. You do notice that the two doors would lead you back to where you were at the bottom. The left door, however, is definitely something different. Oh, excuse me a second. Inside this room, you see two pillars, and they're very intricate and written all around them in beautiful gold scroll work. Is the names of two dwarves. And these dwarves were... Where are my book? Yes, where are my book? That is what I'm looking for. These are the... Scroll. The Puent twins. Lonnie and Bradicus Puent. And if you read them both, you will find out that they were not only twins, but twins in battle. They were renowned for their excellent work as... Careful. They're renowned for their excellent work as battle ragers and barbarians. And they loved a good fight, did the Puent twins. Nevertheless, I'm afraid, just before we encounter those nasty growls that you just got to look at, I'm afraid we are going to end there.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
That is just fine.
Mostly because I want to give you guys time to have a little look at what you would have done with the level up before then going into battle, and also because it is 6,482 degrees in here. So, we come to the timeless tradition of MVPs, and I come first to Miago.
Take down. Maybe all the puzzles. Puzzles were kind of fun. They all kind of took us a minute or two, but nothing terribly frustrating, and nothing too obvious, too easy. So, yeah, we kind of
good. I'm absolutely rubbish at puzzles. I'm terrible at doing them. Not necessarily at writing them. Like I'm not great, but I'm absolutely terrible at doing them. So I'm always fearful to put puzzles in because it's like, oh, another one? Really? Like, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, I don't understand this. But I think, like, dwarves are quite straightforward people.
yeah.
So the puzzles are mostly sort of either resource management or just, like, think quick, you know? And I'm glad that you're enjoying that, and it's not like, oh, another silly puzzle that doesn't do anything. Great. Good. Joe.
I'm going to give one partial MVP to the 11 I rolled on my hit die for level up.
Yeah.
It's going to be helpful. And otherwise, just the layout of both of these floors, really, I think the one above in particular, but only because I know more of it already. There was a little bit of sort of feeling like, I think I even like joked about it when we first came down in here, like in character, but like it's just tunnels. Like who would build a place like this? But eventually, like it does really connect around and sort of is like, oh, there's just like lots of different burial chambers. And it all does sort of make sense like a building, which many, or maybe not perfect sense like a building, but somewhere in between fantasy dungeon and real building. Whereas some dungeons are just like, what? Who would build this facility? Yeah.
Yeah.
This made more sense, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I definitely have enjoyed, because I didn't make the dungeon. I just put things on it, right? I'm not going to lie. 5 campaigns a week. Do you think I have time to draw little squares? Sometimes I put in a little bit of effort to a floor, but that's about as far as it goes. So yeah, no, I've really enjoyed the asset of this dungeon. But it's really allowed me to sit there and spend my time instead building up the lore and all the different... And I know that technically we don't give a shit who's buried where or what the dwarves are, but it would be a very boring dungeon if there was nothing in these rooms. And if I gave you loot for every time we walked into a room, well, we'd never need to do another dungeon. So, yeah, it's... I really enjoyed spending my time building up the silly dwarven lore. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced Warhammer 40k, or whatever it's called. But basically, if you have, you will recognise the Tome of Dwarven History. The lore in that game is so damn rich. All I've done is cut out all the little markers on the Wikipedia. And honestly, the story, I mean, I've read the whole thing, the whole Tome of Dwarven History, so I do indeed have advantage on persuasion checks with dwarves. I actually really, really enjoyed it. And my main aim of these sort of books is to... Yes, okay, technically it's fluff, but it's also somewhat interesting fluff, right? So, yeah, I've definitely enjoyed having the assets made for me so I can focus on that element. Josh, your MVP.
So my MVP is that, I can't remember which creature, but it was an ability it had, and it was like, you can only use cantrips. It's like, oh no, there goes my entire battle plan. I can only use my cantrips.
Yeah, I hadn't really read that ability properly. I was like, oh, I can limit them to not casting any spells. And then I was like, until their turn? What? Yeah, I don't understand.
Someone worded that wrong.
Well, I might have meshed it in my rewrite, so I don't know. I'll have to go and look at the original creature. But yeah, I've really enjoyed playing with silly versions of the beasts. I really went all out on Grells being like, this sort of psionic power. You didn't find out, but the little Grells had 4 armor class. So if it's not a nat 1, you basically hit. But then, of course, they've got all these mind resistances and abilities to reflect and push away and stuff. I like the idea that if you're hitting an exposed brain, it does damage, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Easy to hurt.
Couple of MVPs. I have really enjoyed Josh's continued sort of... I've got spell slots. I know I could use them. I've got sorcery points. I could use them. Realistically, I'm just going to sit here and just pew, pew, pew from the back. And then the comparison with Arcorovos trying to use every single thing in his kit by the end of each floor of the dungeon. It's really like... It's a beautiful... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to punch the camera. It's a beautiful contrast. I really enjoy that. So, yeah, no, I think it's such a fun little group as well. And you guys do give me the space for the stupid lore. Which is fun. I hope that Cake-Beard was worth the read.
Cake-Beard was good.
Jamal was particularly pleased with that one. I just thought, well, he's given me an opportunity to write about a dwarven baker. So let's use it. But no, we will be continuing next week, and Rico will be returning. I'd just like to bring everyone's attention to the fact that we now have a website. And actually on that website you can go and have a look at my most recent or second most recent blog post, which will introduce you to the cast of us players here. The Treasure Rats, you may have a little look at the players, how we met them, where they came from, and little details about their characters and such. But with that, I think that is where we're going to end. So, if you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 See you soon.